Yeah,
My mic working?
Yeah, we hear you, twin.
My mic. All right, I switched my mic to my thing. Good morning, everybody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily facts and stats show, Monday through Friday. The start time was at 11 a.m. today. My little brother is out here in Arizona with me. He's going to summer camp, and the drop-off time is interfering with the start time of the show. So I don't know right what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. I should be able to drop him off and be back by then. So I'm like a 30-minute delay for the next month. A 30-minute delay on the start time for the next month or so.
Wait, are you going to Maryland for the summer?
Nah, I'm in AZ.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, what made he wanted to do that, or you suggested that? Like, what made him do that? Go to summer camp in Arizona.
Why does that matter right now?
I'm just asking you a question, big bro. If you rather me ask you that offline, that's fine.
Yeah, I just think that we think it's best to be him to be in summer camp game. Whether that's in Cali, whether that's in Texas, whether that's in Arizona, Maryland, whatever.
I mean, he sounds like a kid, so that makes sense.
He is a kid.
He's a kid. Nah, yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not asking that because he's in camp. I'm asking that because he's in Miami.
Because he's with me for the summertime, so that's why.
Okay.
That's all you had to say.
Basically, but either way, my bad for the. Flo, let me ask you a question, gang. If it's three things, what is three things that you wish you was good at that you just not good at?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I wish I was good at.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the whole stage. This is a question to the whole stage. I'll start. I wish I was good in pool. I'm not good in pool. I wish I can draw. I can't draw, and I wish I could dance. I can't dance.
Only Jamaican that can't do.
I'm with you on the dance.
Anybody else got three things real quick before the show gets started? Three things you wish you could do that you can't do.
One for sure is I wish I could sing, bro. Like I wish I had like a raw,
I should have said that,
voice, bro. Like I really wish I had that. I don't got it. If I ain't got that auto tune, I don't got nothing for you.
So I ain't got nothing.
Anybody else got one or two?
I got three. I got three for you. I wish I was better at money and time management. That's two right there. And then the third one, I wish a nigga was more decisive with certain shit. I ain't gonna get too deep, but like, you feel me? Like sometimes niggas be indecisive and shit when you gotta be decisive. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie. Look, no bullshit. Like I wish I was 16 type shit. You feel me? What else, bro? I'm trying to think what else.
No, it's not you wish you. No, you can't wish you were good at a height.
Nah.
You wish you were good at.
Oh, good at. Let me think, bro. I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
Swiper, what about you, bro? You got anything that you're not good at that you wish you was good at?
To be honest,
Comedy.
No, I mean,
talking about basketball, not being a meathead.
I could always be better at doing my job, that I get paid for. I think that some of this is I probably would be better with my money. I think all-wise, long-term saving accounts. I'm doing that stuff now. Business stuff. I mean, probably important things. Taking care of my chicken so I can, put Eli on one day and the rest of y'all. So I mean, just taking care of my money.
So you know how to swim, bowl, play pool, all that already. Like you good at all that.
I can swim a little bit, but not nothing crazy. I don't get in the water a lot, so it's not my bag. I grew up in Denver. We didn't really grow up in the water. I can golf. I do salsa dancing. I dance. I do all.
Well, you actually grew up in Denver.
You do salsa dancing?
You being out cha-cha sliding type shit?
Salsa you do salsa dancing? You got videos of that?
Salsa and bachata. Salsa and bachata.
Only want a video that man salsa dancing.
You got videos of that? I don't got the video.
I cannot imagine the swole ass.
I literally was emceeing the salsa event last.
We did see that one TikTok
for Paso Fino. So I mean,
you were all.
Mm-hmm. I try to tell players' choice.
Now connected to Emerald iPhone.
They think it's like men dancing with men. Like, bro, it's nothing but like women that in salsa. There's not enough men. There needs to be more men in salsa. It's heavy women. It's heavy women.
So you doing it for the? That's where the hoes at.
For the hoes. No.
The ladies.
Nah, they just come during the process.
The ladies, the queens.
My fault. The women.
But that fake ass, bro. Never mind.
Nah, cause why? Nah, but like, why?
Let me let my man do him right quick, bro.
Why women can call niggas, but we can't call hoes, bro? That shit crazy, bro.
Why? Because
you can call them whatever you want to call them outside of this platform.
My fault, women.
Niggas on this platform.
I'm not calling no women that inside of Fact and Stats, bro. If y'all
Can
want to
they
do that,
call
do
us
that outside
niggas on
of
this platform,
do
Ev?
that
Just let me
outside of
know.
Fact. Do that
It's
outside
not
of
the
Fact and
same.
Stats.
Y'all know it.
I'm not. If I'm not responding to it truly, bro. I'm literally not
But that
responding
was a
to it.
real
Yeah.
question. Like, no
Okay.
I
problem.
just
What
choose.
about
I
what
just choose not
Shaq?
to answer
He
that.
just
I think
said.
we're
What you
past
can
the
do, Ev.
whole
Bro,
not
that's
being
y'all.
niggas on
That's
the
being
platform.
ignorant. Why would I acknowledge what Chevy just said, bro? That's not even funny, bro.
Nigga trying
Listen,
to.
listen. Ev, you're not gonna ask me.
Yeah, I was waiting for you, gang. What's up?
Ev, did I miss
Listen.
next
I'm
talk?
not gonna lie. It's not shit. I
Nah, we
don't
didn't
know how
start
to.
the
It's
show
not
by the
shit in
first
this
half.
world. It's not shit in this world that I don't know how to do. That I would like to know how to do, bro. Like that shit is not meant for a nigga. You feel me? Like niggas talking about swimming and shit. If you can't swim at 27, nigga, you not meant to swim. What the fuck? God is literally telling you, nigga, don't get in the water. Like
Wait,
you're top.
Eli,
You
you
were
think
supposed
that
to learn how to
everything
do
that
that
you've
at 8
ever
years
learned,
old.
you've already learned now?
I mean, not in terms of like doing stuff like
So you're just
master.
so you're just perfect. You're just perfect.
But
Eli.
no. But
I'm
he's not
just
saying that. But I'm saying like you can't have new experiences and learn different things at at this age.
those aren't skills though. I mean, I would like to learn, but I don't think I need to learn any more skills. Or I mean, I'd rather develop skills I have right now. And-
Also, for the
That is
niggas,
true.
Okay.
for the niggas who saying swim, y'all know y'all can like go get swim lessons. Like I know y'all kind of old, some of y'all in chat, but you can still go get swim lessons.
Yeah,
Y'all are
you can get
28.
swimming
Don't get
lessons
no
at any
fucking
age.
swimming lessons. When did I say 18 but stop learning is crazy? When did I imply that I stopped learning? I don't need to learn
Bro,
any
why
more
y'all
skills at
put?
18. That's not what I'm saying, by the way.
I think everybody touched on the question. Alec Bari and D.
Wait, what was the
You
question?
allow
You
one.
you a 30 year
I ain't gonna lie. I was
280
just. That
pound
was,
man trying to learn how to sausage. Shut the fuck up trying to tell a nigga what skills he needs to
one to
learn. You
three
didn't say
things.
anything valuable, lame ass nigga.
Okay, Eli. Okay,
Who's
Eli.
280? Who's 280?
God damn.
Okay. I just try to have one little warm question, y'all. We don't need to have an argument about it. Just
What
get
was the
your show.
question? I'm sorry.
Just one
yeah,
to
Gang
three
about to
things.
start
said,
having
what
warm
are you
ups.
trying to learn at
One to
this
three
point?
we
things.
are we are niggas.
Do you not
L.
feel
So
like
One,
you have
two,
any more
three
skills that you
things.
want to acquire, D-Mac?
Yeah, one to three things you wish you were good at that you're not.
Oh, okay. I mean, I definitely want to learn new languages. Like, I'm okay at Spanish, but I need to get a whole lot better. I definitely want to continue to add the Romance languages, especially for travel purposes, for sure. Shit, I would definitely love to be able to dance better. Shit, I'd love to be able to learn how to bachata or some shit. Find me a little Hispanic black eye would be showed to me. But yeah, other than that, well, I don't know off the top of my head those be two. In the right
I ain't
place.
gonna lie. The only one I got for real is just like
This world's so fucked up, bro. You can't even ask a warm up question to my people. I talk to y'all 365 days a year, and I can't get to know y'all a little bit more. I can't get to know some things. Nobody here knew type of do salsa dancing or what. Like we didn't know that.
We didn't.
We
We
learned that.
really didn't need to know.
We
You're
learned that.
33. I wouldn't have told nobody that.
I can dance. I just
I
can't do
think it's
bachata.
funny
That's
that
the one that I
hey,
want to learn.
let's do this. How about we agree to do this? I think the young black men up here complaining that you can't learn stuff past your 30s, bro. That made no sense to me. So I started swiping at 30. So that never should have happened. I get it. I understand how it's going.
You
No,
said you
nigga.
did what?
bro.
I know
So
how to
started
bamba
swiping at
because
30, like halfway through
I grew
30.
up with a lot of
Yeah,
Puerto Ricans. That's the one I know how to do. I want to learn other ones though.
We headed to the show, gang.
Swiping,
I ain't
you
gonna
know,
lie though.
I can
Swipe
also
I ain't
catch
gonna lie
a
though.
wave.
Man, I'm about to say I
D-Mac,
can't get my one off real quick, bro.
you gonna do the
D-Mac,
same.
Bari, what's up?
D-Mac,
I was
your
about to say the
answer
only
made me.
thing I wish I
Your
get better
answer
is
made me
like
change
mixing,
mine
bro.
though, D-Mac.
That's pretty much it.
What was what do you want to change it to?
Bro, I would change it to learning Mandarin and Arabic, the two most spoken languages in the world, bro. You know how
Hey,
much shit you
that's a
like,
great
bro. What the fuck? You know how many
absolutely.
job opportunities you get just by speaking fucking Mandarin?
Facts. Absolutely.
I
That
ain't gonna lie.
not a lie in the world for
That's
that. That is a massive capability that you can have, man. Being able to
That
have
ain't-
different languages opens up a totally
Absolutely,
new
OG.
job opportunity world to you, like that you would be.
And D-Mac even specify more than like the love languages than you said. Like I think
Yeah.
Arabic and like Mandarin is like two big ass ones that just get you in the door with a lot of companies just because
Yeah,
knowing that
facts.
alone.
Absolutely. Especially as we become more globalized and those markets become even more open. Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
Nigga, egg swiper is you gonna do the ceiling.
Hey, Tiz.
Huh?
Yo.
All right, we back. Tiz, you good, bro. Tiz, but why you here, bro? Is there anything that you wish you was good at that you're not good at? Like one or three things, real quick.
Probably drawing for sure. Drawing. And shit. Probably, dancing. about it.
Drawing dancing.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, those of y'all, because if you said drawing too, those of y'all who said drawing, like, what are you gonna do with that?
I'll be a
Like,
fire ass graphic designer.
you being good
No,
at drawing, like
you
gonna rock out.
can design, bro. You can
Yeah,
design.
I'll be a fire
No,
ass graphic
no,
designer.
I'm not asking what's the
Like
opportunities
portraits
that
and
are
shit?
out there for that. I'm asking you specifically, like, what are you gonna do with that ability if you was good at that?
I just said it. I'll be a fire ass graphic designer. That's what
Yo,
I'm
Ev,
saying.
can I start letting niggas up?
You can
Okay,
put like
I got
portraits,
it.
like portraits and shit out there. You know, niggas buy it. You know,
Okay.
A nigga,
You'll be
a
an
nigga-
artist type vibe.
I was about to say, niggas, you feel me? You can potentially shit. Your life can swing to being a tattoo artist. You feel me? So
a lot of different things.
You know, a lot of.
Okay.
You don't know what the hell. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you run into while you do it, but it's opportunities for a lot of stuff for real.
Man, that's a
yeah, nah, D-Mac definitely, but if you can draw, you will most likely have a creative mind. If you can have a creative mind, you can put a lot of different things together. So obviously it's not hand in hand, but that's a different conversation though. But I took y'all mic because there were too many voices up here. I just asked a simple question and I was just trying to get the show started after that. But y'all was acting like too many black folks. Too many black folks in one area. Too many black folks in one area, bro. Storm y'all.
You said we was acting too niggerish?
There was too many black folks up here.
He fought too long to be like, you feel me?
I just said I'm gonna let them up, bro. I didn't want to hear them. I don't want. With all due respect, bro. I will let them up.
Did you not let them up?
No, I did not do that.
I didn't do that either before people started pointing fingers.
Mari, game, whatever. I will let Eli. I will let y'all back up in a second. Too many black people on the stage going crazy. I asked them one question. We had some good music. We had some good I Like Us vibe. We had some good tunes today. Shout out to Shaggy, Risha, myself. I came here with the Trey song. I came here with the Trey song this morning. And even shout out to one that sent songs that we didn't like, Eli, T, etc. But we finally here. We found what that song is. I'm dreaming on everything. That was Trey Songz. It would be you. It would be you. Trey Songz. It would be you. Matter of fact, bro, I forgot I don't even got to drop, bro. I can just mute. Eli muted you until I'm finished, bro. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon to everybody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show. Truly appreciate every single body that's in here. It is a blessing to be able to host a sports show or just a show in general on a day-to-day basis. And it's a blessing to see some people come back in here on a day-to-day basis. Even new people come here on a day-to-day basis that get familiar with the Fact and Stats crew, or Fact and Stats family, or Fact and Stats people. I personally love every single body that's in here. And everybody in here has a special place in my heart. So thank God for all the support. Don't forget to continue to tell a friend about Facts and Stats. It's a daily show, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. News as of today. The start time, I will always tweet out the start time. If it's ever a Fact and Stats not live in the playback on Twitter at 11 a.m., just check the page, bro, because I'm pretty sure I made a tweet. Today I started between 11 and 12 because I had to drop my little bro off at summer camp. But I'm going to try to get on schedule as far as what set time I'm going to drop him off and what set time I'll be back home. So probably I would assume 11:30 Eastern Time, at least for the next month. If I had to say a time frame for the next month, 11:30 Eastern Time. What type of summer camp? I don't know. It was his first day, to be honest. They play games, they go outside, they do activities. That's what the lady told me. So whatever that is. But yeah, I mean, live, Facts and Stats. Also live on YouTube. Picked up 2 subscribers yesterday. We at the 480 mark, 20 away from 500. There's 87 people in here. If you know you do not subscribe to Facts and Stats on YouTube, do me a favor and click that link and subscribe to Facts and Stats on YouTube. You can always listen back to the shows via YouTube. I took that ability off on playback because they be tripping on some of the clips sometimes. So if you ever listen back to any of the shows, it's always going to be properly titled, and you can always listen back on YouTube. 20 subscribers away from 500. Help a brother out, get to 500. D-Mac, you're funny, dog. Help a brother out, get to 500, man. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that like button. If you already subscribed to it, just hit that like button on that video. It'll help the algorithm out. The website, if anybody does not have any Fact and Stats apparel, don't forget to check out the Fact and Stats website. If you see items that's on sale on the tab, send me a DM if you want an extra discount on them. I still have everything that's on sale available now to be shipped out today as well. Don't forget factandstats.us is the website. Shout out to 1110 if 1110 is in the building. She's one of my favorite people inside of Fact and Stats, man. She's ready for the show to start 20 minutes ago. I hope you didn't lose her. I hope we didn't lose. So 11-10. If you are in the building, man, I hope we didn't lose. Shout out to you. Nothing but peace, blessings, and love being sent your way from me to you. Get the merch. What Heaven Sent just said. And now to the show. The show will start by 12 p.m. Eastern today. The link. Shout out to Minnesota, man. I personally tapped into that fourth quarter, but I would love to hear who actually watched that full game. Because in the fourth quarter, towards the end of the third and that fourth, the Liberty went on a run. I tuned in. I'm like, damn, we down 9 points or whatever the case may be. Went on a run, and then they answered. Minnesota answered. They have a hell of a team. They play team ball. I think Jay Will, I see him tweeting after the game. He watched it entirely. So whenever he heads up here, I don't think he's up here. Yeah, he's not up here now. Whenever he heads up here, I'll have him and anybody else that watched the game, maybe Kid, Ari, Nana, whoever, speak to that game as well. They won the Commissioner Cup. Last year, the Liberty won it. They was in it again this year. But this year, Minnesota takes it. So shout out to them. And immediately following that, we're going to get to a trade happened. We was live. I was live in here. I'm chilling. I'm watching soccer yesterday in a playback by myself. Dolo. A couple people was in here. Mikal gets traded to the Knicks. I'm like, holy shit. So me, Tez, Jay Will, Shaggy, and a couple of others was having conversations around that as well. We all probably know what the trade was. If you don't, we'll put the trade details on the screen in a second. NBA Draft Day. It's NBA Draft Day. Shout out to all these young 18 to 22-year-olds. And if you're above the age of 22 in the draft, shout out to you as well for still chasing your dreams. Where they're going to land, it's a 2-day thing. I don't like the idea of it being a 2-day thing for this year or even now. It's terrible to me, but it is what it is. Who's your favorite prospect in the draft? Who do you want to see your team draft? What are some draft day trades you're looking forward to seeing today? There's obviously a lot of rumors speculating. PG potentially to the Warriors, the Rockets, wanting Kevin Durant, the Nets. They're complete winners to me. I just broke that down, AJ. I changed that setting because when I was trying to get clips from some of the playbacks, it'd be messing up. So I changed that setting to where if somebody want to listen back, they gotta listen back on YouTube. I might add it back though, honestly. But KD, Rockets, don't think that's real. But PG to the Warriors, I would like for that to be real. Me personally, we don't want Durant, we want Booker. Well, you better stop wanting. Nigga. What else? Nick Claxton potentially the option for a sign and trade to the New Orleans Pelicans. What else I seen? That's if the Nets opt to, obviously not keep him in their plans, which I don't think he is because I think yesterday showed what they want to do going forward. So we're gonna get to all of that today. We're gonna start with the Lynx winning the Commissioner Cup again. I only watched the fourth quarter of this one. So if anybody watches the game entirely, or the full game. We can't make it way to the stage. If not, we can go ahead and head to the NBA, where I want everybody's thoughts on Mikal getting traded to the Knicks. If you were them, would you still try to obtain OG, which is rumored? And then them obviously also possibly about to lose Isaiah Hartenstein within the next week or so too. So that's where we at with it today. Did anybody on this stage at least? My bad, y'all. I had to get that off. That's why I wanted y'all to be quiet real quick. Appreciate y'all. But did anybody on this stage at least watch this the Minnesota and Liberty game in full? D-Mac, actually, did you watch it, brother?
Yeah, I did. I got to say, I mean, look, Minnesota has been the best defensive team in the W to start the year for a good reason. The way in which they're able to double team out of the post because of their lack of size and still be able to rotate off of it is exceptional. And they put that to good use, whether we got mismatches with Stewie or Jonquel. They did a really good job at forcing the ball out of their hands and then rotating off of that effectively. So in the first matchup, we got blown out in that game. In this second matchup, we did a better job of taking care of the ball and making shots, but there's still a lot of work to do as far as if this is a matchup in the playoffs for how we can adjust to the defense properly as well. It was a slow defensive effort. I think we could have done much better. Lainey was still kind of getting her feet under her. I could tell she was struggling a little bit out there as well, especially with her conditioning. So this is her first game back in a few weeks. So these things happen. I got to give them all the credit in the world, though. They had a great game. Fee showed up like she normally does as well. They balled out and got the win, to say the least. But I will say, I mean, it's not something that's complete alarm bells, but it is something that we're going to have to keep our eye on and being able to adjust off of and find a better way in this specific matchup, because there are certain matchups in which Jonquel goes out and dominates, and then there's other matchups where she can't. whatever the reason is, this is one that she has struggled in trying to dominate as well, and that's getting him going. Being able to adjust off of that and be able to allow Stewie and Sabrina to create a little bit more for everybody and not just have to focus so much on scoring. And because I think that's reflected in their assist to turnovers in this game, being able to have those adjustments against the Lynx defense should we match up in playoffs and making sure we get Jonquel going is going to be the key. Should that be a playoff matchup?
I think that was pretty much more your coach than anything, though, because I feel like all the Lynx did was just front. They did a good job fronting Jonquel, and I felt like Sabrina was doing a good job in pick and roll against the Lynx bigs, and y'all didn't go. Y'all went away from it. I didn't even understand it, but y'all did. So I feel like that caused issues.
Yeah,
for the
it's a top to
bigs.
bottom adjustment. It's not just the players on the floor. It absolutely involves the coaching as well.
Yeah, I like this. I like this game. I saw this game in full. We did a better job this time against the Lynx. Just like D-Mac said, we got blown out the first time. We just need to start running more pick. Once if we play them again in the playoffs, we need to start losing the pick and rolls more often because that's how we was getting in rhythm with the offense. We cut the lead. We cut the lead down to as close as 9 because of Stewie hitting back-to-back threes, and then Minnesota just took control.
The lead to 1.
We cut the lead. Oh my bad. We cut the lead to 1. Then Minnesota just went on the run that we couldn't recover from, and it's really about it. I think the only issue I already have is we need to start running. If we play them, we need to stop going away from the pick and rolls. If it's working, don't fix. If it's working, just keep going with it until they have an adjustment for it. So this was a tough loss, but I think this is a loss I'm not mad at.
How many more times do y'all play them, to be exact?
Oh, TJ said we see the Lynx again on July 2nd.
Yeah, we got another matchup with them.
And that's the last one?
That's the last one, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. And where's that? In Minnesota or New York?
I think it's in New York.
We play them
because this game was a neutral site game.
Yeah, we play them twice more. They'll both be in New York, July 2nd and then September as well.
Okay, so this will be it. So then those two will be interesting, man. Literally, if this was in Barclays, this would have been completely different. But as far as this one, I actually enjoyed it. I got to put the hater down for a second. I enjoyed this matchup. Can this happen round 2? Like, I kind of need this matchup in the playoffs. What, 5 games? Shoot, I'll take it. But Stu, as far as individual wise, Fee showed out. Stewie showed up in the 4th. What? I don't know. Was JJ in her head again because she only took 3 shots? What was that about? If anyone knows, what the heck was that about? JJ only took 3 shots.
My bad, that was muted. I think that it was more of a credit to what the Lynx were able to do because she struggled again versus them earlier on in the year. They made their entire defense is built around. Look, your best players, they're going to struggle to get everybody else involved. You're going to be able to find shots for them, but it's going to be very difficult for them to get everybody else off. And so their game plan is around. We're taking the ball out of Jonquel's hands in the post, not giving her easy buckets down there. We're going to make it very difficult on her by doubling and rotating off of it. And we're making sure that Stewie and Sabrina can't get the rest of your role players involved. And they've been able to execute that pretty well over our 2 matchups.
Because before Stewie went on that 9-0 run by herself to cut the lead to 1, I was like, where was Stewie at most of this game? I was like, where was Stewie at? But Taylor Thornton has definitely surprised folks.
Definitely.
Especially as of lately.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, wait a second. Now she wants to shoot. Now she wants to shoot corner threes. Yeah, I can't do this. And they was leaving her open too. I was like, dude.
They were encouraging those corner threes. And that's the thing about it. Like that's why I'm not necessarily like panicked over this loss. The fact that I saw the improvement from the first matchup was the major portion I needed to see us get better from that standpoint. And I'm still seeing our role players step up, significantly than where we were last year, in which we didn't have any of them really step up. And that's even without Naira coming back. So I'm still confident in what this team is doing moving forward, even though the loss last night was tough. But I think that's a testament to how good the Lynx are. I know we were talking about this in the Twitter chat or whatever, but I think you got to have the Lynx as the number one team in the WNBA right now.
I said that.
Yeah,
on numerous occasions.
That.
Because what? They're the number one ranked defense and Liberty number one ranked offense. So who knows? We shall see how this continues. But hey,
yeah. Well, I'm late in the fourth quarter.
I saw many forced passes result in the turnovers. What the heck?
Sabrina, I don't know the exact number, but Sabrina had a couple of turnovers in the fourth.
You know, like I was dying. I was like, "Yo, just use a ball fake, please. Move the defense before you try and make that skip pass, man."
I was counting, I was marking because I just saw her throwing in the double teams. I literally saw her just throw one to the opposition.
You're talking about Sabrina, right?
Huh?
Sabrina, right?
Yup.
Yeah, that's what I was more disappointed.
That shit just pissed me off.
It was turnovers, a couple of turnovers in the fourth that she had, and then the three
about like three.
The three that Stewie missed on the left wing off the pop with Sabrina. I think that three that Stewie missed could have made it like 2-point game or something like that. Let me check real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, it was just we had far too many turnovers there, and like you guys said,
for sure.
I had 20, and old girl had like 7 of them.
We had 20 turnovers to 11.
Yeah, and that's again just a testament to what the Lynx are able to do on defense. They make it incredibly tough.
She has 7. We have 5, I think.
Yep.
And half of those.
They only had combined, I think, 6 assists. And look, I knew this was something that was probably going to happen. Like I put under on what's it called, the realized assist for Sabrina on one of my tickets, and that cash.
4 assists.
Yes, I did. Because the Lakers are that good of a defense. So I kind of felt what this matchup was going to end up being like, but I saw the improvement that I needed to for us to be confident moving forward. So.
Yeah, again, shout out to Minnesota. Commissioner Cup won it all. We get another. We don't have any games today. Actually,
nope. Tomorrow.
More WNBA games.
Thank God.
Yeah, more WNBA games back tomorrow. Really highlighting the Fever and Storm game, and then also the Aces versus the Sky. That'll be 2 good games right there. Hopefully, Minnesota and Dallas tomorrow. Connecticut and Washington. You sort of kind of chalk up.
Seattle, do me a favor, please.
You sort of kind of chalk up what those games would be like. Ted, where you at, bro? Stop bluffing. Where you?
Hey, somebody also asked where we have the Storm in the league. Like personally speaking, the way I look at it right now, I would have the
fourth.
I would have the Aces.
One of those two.
I would have the Liberty Aces and Lynx kind of as the tier 1. The Sun probably deserve to be there right now.
The tier.
But they would be right there with the Sun as far as the tier 2, as far as I'm concerned. So, top 5 team in the league, for sure. They deserve it. I really like how they've been able to gel recently as well. They got to a little bit of a slow start.
What's your 5 right now in order, D-Mac?
He didn't say
I think Lynx.
I missed it. Go ahead, Lynx.
Yeah, Lynx. Lynx, Liberty, Aces would be the top 3. I know, but the Aces are going to never drop below 3. That's just they're too good.
But that's not fair. That's not fair. You can't put.
Why?
Hold on. Ed. The reason why I'm saying that is because okay. But I'm being honest about this. When you see a team that has gone on the runs that they have gone on, you know that the regular season is not necessarily going to look like what we think the regular season is going to always look like. I still think that when it comes to playoff time, there's still going to be the same level of not dominance, but devastating team that you're going to have to try and take out at that point, which is your middle. So I give them that grace as I would give to other teams in other leagues. So they have earned that from that standpoint. So I put them 3. I would have the Sun 4 and the Storm 5. And I will also say the Mercury are coming. Since they got BG,
the Mercury are coming, but also the Mercury are a tricky one because if their shots aren't falling, then I don't know what to expect. Dumb.
Yeah. I like their 3 guards though. I really like how Cloud, Diana, and Copper play, along with being able to throw it down to BG. So, and if that girl, what's that girl that lit us up, D-Mac, last week, from 3? What's the white girl?
Beck.
She lit her, I think she lit her ass up, man. Is she a good player?
Beck wouldn't be doing that. I know she did down Connecticut.
Okay, so she be doing that. Yeah, she lit her ass up, man. She the reason why we lost that damn game. Bro, I watched that game. I watched that full game pissed last week, bro. I was pissed. And I told y'all when I saw you at the kickoff, I was pissed watching that game. But
that was some good hoops.
No,
it was a good game. Don't get me wrong, but
Rebecca and Cunningham, they was on fire that night for sure.
Cunningham came off the bench. Came off the bench.
That's the only time I give that lady props. That's the only time I give
She came off the bench and had a good game, and they coach her like she basically like a sixth starter for them, and she showed that game for sure. So shout out to Phoenix. They definitely are coming. I personally can't wait for the playoffs. And for everybody that's been watching WNBA, keep up with the WNBA at least. That's a good thing as well. I'm gonna show the standings real quick on the screen, and we're gonna head to the trade that happened yesterday. We got the Liberty at number 1 right now, 15-3. Sun 13-3. Lynx 13-3. Storm 10-6. Aces 8-6. Mercury 8-8. Dream 6-9. And Chicago Sky 6-9. But those are 8 playoff teams right now.
I'm winning.
And it's pretty good to see, the Fever, who's 6-4 in the last 10 games, sort of kind of, slowly but surely turn things around and head in the right direction. I remember like 2 weeks ago we was having conversations.
Miles, the Sun are coming to a second round exit.
One of the first, we was wondering how many wins they're going to have by a certain point, things of that nature. I think they exceeded that because they now have more wins than 5 different teams, and I don't think we didn't expect that in here. So shout out to Indiana, and hopefully this race between who's going to get that last playoff spot, or maybe even the last 2 playoff spots, will be pretty interesting between these 3 teams.
After this upcoming stretch, it'll be funny
for both. Yeah, for both for sure. So
yeah.
4 games tomorrow, y'all. 2 on Prime Video, 1 on NBA TV.
Who that gonna be at TV?
The Mystics and the Sun. Damn, this game coming at 10 a.m. my time. Holy shit. Anyways, so thank everybody that came up and spoke on We Only Watch CC game.
Who is we?
Thank you everybody that came up and spoke on the WNBA real quick to start the show. Shout out to Minnesota again winning the Commissioner's Cup. We're going to head to the NBA where Mikal Bridges got traded to the New York Knicks. He's now teaming up with 3 of his close friends, if not best friends.
Damn, I can't even talk about my links, bro. Damn.
I said Jay was up here to talk about the game too, and I thought when you responded to DMAC, that was really all you wanted to say. But go ahead, my bad, bro.
No, that's good. Move on, bro. People want to talk about the league anyway. It's all good.
You don't want to speak about Minnesota, bro?
Nah.
That's the mayor. What's up?
You said what?
BJ, you in a blender, my boy.
Somebody in a blender.
What BJ say?
I don't know. He's in a blender.
Oh, that nigga tripping. Oh, no, their defense just good, bro. Keep shouting their defense out. That's just what it is. And then Cecilia and Bridget, I think they like
Shawty.
They very pivotal to whatever the Lynx want to do this year, for real. 2 wings to come in, dribble, pass, shoot, play defense. Like they need them. So shout out to them too, as well. I think they really was the swing factor of the game, in my opinion. Them 2 coming out the bench. Well, one of them started.
Shawty that came off the bench. Yeah, who was Shawty? What was the number 9? What's the number 9 that came off the bench?
Her number 9. Her name's Cecilia.
She had a game yesterday, bro.
Yeah, them two changes things for real. Like Fee, Williams, and McBride, they supposed to come do their job every night type shit. But when them 2 step up though, this team look different. So shout out to them. I think they the biggest 2 swing factors of the team.
Yes, sir. I agree with everything that you just said, bro. And thank you for closing that out the WNBA segment. Appreciate that. Heaven what's up? Is that Heaven up here? Heaven what's up? I guess she said, hold on. Okay. To some, to most, to probably none. My bad, Elijah. Oh, Eli, my fault. To some, to most, probably none. A big trade happened yesterday in the association. Mikal Bridges teamed up with 3 of his close friends since college days. Man, they won a championship or championships at Villanova together. They obviously been making jokes since them 3 got on the same team about him being in Brooklyn. And he's now in New York. And I think it's Me personally, how I feel about the trade, let me just start with me. And anybody that wants to come up and speak on it, feel free to come up and do so. Brooklyn made some moves yesterday, bro. But they made the trade, obviously, with New York. You get 5 first-round draft picks, I think it was, in total. And then you go on and head over and have, and I think they made a trade with Houston right after that. And they obtained the rights to the 2025 first-round draft pick. I think that's major. I think that's major, especially in a draft like this, because, I mean, I think the worst thing to be in the NBA is to be in a place where you don't have any direction. You're like stuck. We always spoke about 2 teams in here specifically, and I could be forgetting a team, but we always spoke about the Bulls and the Nets having no direction. And I think both teams this offseason they already made moves that's going to actually put them in the right direction at least. I'm not saying they have a direction fully as of right now. Detroit, I think we said Detroit had a direction. We used to debate about Detroit and Houston. I think we said Detroit had a direction, but Detroit at least had a building block or 2. You know, Brooklyn, depending on how you feel about Bridges, but him as a number 1 option, I don't think I'm too fond of that. He's now going to be slotted as a 3rd option in New York offense, depending on what they do with Julius Randle, obviously. I like the trade for both sides. I think that, you know, when you're trying to ultimately win a championship or go deep in the playoffs, health matters. Mikal Bridges is a guy that plays in every single game. I don't think he missed a game since high school. I think that's what it is. He hasn't missed a game since high school. That's a ridiculous thing. Now I'm going to be coached by Tom Thibodeau, who obviously likes to play his guys anyway. They did one thing that was important. Quiet as kept, it was important coming into this offseason. But midway, I think March or April, they gave him out the right 3-year extension. You have Josh Hart, you have Dante. You're going to lose Isaiah Hartenstein. You're still going to have Mitch Rob next year. And Julius Randle next year as of right now. And now they're still focused on obtaining OG Anunoby. So I personally like that. I think their wing rotation is going to be pretty solid and good. You obtain OG, I think that pencils them. If I had to be real, I think they'll have a better team than Milwaukee. Obviously, we have to see Milwaukee do. I think they have a better team than Miami. Obviously, I think Miami's going to do. And I think overall they have a better team than Philly. So they might have the 2nd best team in the East if everything goes how they might expect to be able to obtain OG, to trade for Bridges, and then decide what you want to do with Julius Randle or Mitch Robinson. But I love the start to have Jalen and Miles, Dante and Josh, OG and Mikal if that happens. So we'll see. As far as New York, Brooklyn side, to be able to get an array of first-round draft picks back, obviously a lot of your first-rounders went to Houston in the James Harden trade. They're not going to re-sign Hartenstein and G&G. Went to Houston in the James Harden trade. The biggest thing to me, you get your 2025 first-rounder back, and this draft class coming up is obviously going to be loaded. We was having a conversation here last night. I think you can damn near stamp this pick coming up as a top 5 pick. D-Mac and Eli, did you ever figure out that thing y'all was asking yesterday as far as like what will keep you in the top 7 or something like that? Did you ever figure that out?
Are you the lottery odds? Yeah, I mean
yeah. What was it? What happened with that?
I mean, it was just that the top 4 has flat odds for the number 1 pick. Everybody that misses the playoffs has a chance at the number 1 pick. And then if you have the worst record and get the best odds, or I should say, if you have the worst record, then you can't fall out of the top 5.
Worst record can't fall out of the top 5. Okay, cool. Thanks. So yeah, I personally like the trade for both sides. I love it for New York. I don't. I like it for New York. I love it for Brooklyn. Put it like that. I'm more so in Brooklyn favor in this one. Damn, Porzingis gonna miss a start next season. Holy shit.
What was that news?
Porzingis gonna miss a start next season. Eli might be right, bro. That man gonna be. Yeah. Obviously, it's not gonna affect Boston, throughout the regular season, but career-wise, that's something to monitor as far as him and his lower body.
Bro, I mean, realistically, bro, Boston don't need that nigga to get through the regular season, bro. They're gonna be fine regardless, bro. So like, he'll have a career. Like, he could have a career in Boston, gang. Like, it depends on, like, I mean, if you talking about the money, then you feel me. I don't know what the fuck a nigga gonna offer an injury-prone 7-footer. But if you just talking about playing basketball for a long time, bro, you could do that in Boston.
All right, bro. I mean, we'll see. And We'll see. But like I said, before I pass on to the next person, once the Nets commit to the Bridges trade, it only makes sense to pursue the picks they offered in the Harden deal. This way, the Nets can finish toward the bottom of the standings, knowing they'll be rewarded with a chance to draft one of the class 2025 stars: Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, and Dylan Harper, and more. I like VJ at Baylor. I'll probably not stop right there, but I would definitely want one of those 4 guys for sure.
You like VJ?
This top. Yeah.
Yeah, he a demon, bro. He gets to the rim whenever.
He is like,
he is like 6'2" though, bro.
6'2", 6'3". Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of small.
But, yeah, so I mean, so for me personally, Eli, and I'm gonna pass it to you and then anybody else, but because you just came in and about to talk anyway. But I like it more for the Nets. I love it for the Nets. I like it for the Knicks. Good trade on both sides, regardless. What's your thoughts on the trade entirety though, Eli?
I think because this trade is kind of an extension of the Rockets trade. So on the Nets side, I'll kind of speak on both trades. I think that like I'm basically in agreement with you the way this is like, really impressive work by Sean Marks. I mean, we were in here talking about, and I think this is kind of, I don't know if this was after or before the show, but my take was kind of that I don't think that the Nets actually want to save face and build a competitive team or whatever. I just don't think that the perfect offer was out there. So that's why they didn't shop Mikal, because teams that could give you a boatload of picks that you wanted aren't contenders. And the teams that were most likely to really, what's the word I'm looking for, incur for Mikal were all contending teams who were more likely to give you salary filler and composite value in terms of players in comparison to picks. So you were kind of left in like a middle ground where it's like there's not really a perfect package out there because the teams who want Mikal don't have what we want. But the Knicks are kind of a middle ground where they were bad a couple years ago. They traded out of the 2022 draft so that they could collect a bunch of picks. Now they're in a position where they have a lot of picks and they have a lot of other teams' picks, but they're also really good. So they kind of fit that. They kind of fit that mold to give them, the perfect offer. And as soon as that happened, they bid on that. And patience is a virtue. They sold on Mikal at the peak of his value, when everyone was like, actually, Jalen Green and people were saying that Jalen Green, their pick this year, their 2026 and their 2027, the right to swap their 2027. That is like that passing up on that was a franchise changing mistake or something like that. They basically got their 2025 pick back, which is the most valuable asset in this entire ordeal, and they got 6 additional first round picks for Mikal, and then they got somebody who is expiring money. So yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't see how anyone can come out of this other than thinking that Brooklyn really put themselves in a position where like the future is a lot more bright. And there's almost no way for your team to spend big money on big money and big assets on 3 superstar caliber players that to completely fail after you just spent almost a decade trying to rebuild the franchise and come away looking fine, right? Like there was no world where Brooklyn was going to come away and their future was going to look like OKC. That world didn't exist, but they came about as clean as you can in a circumstance that they couldn't control. They couldn't control COVID happening. They couldn't control Harden's hamstring getting torn. They couldn't control KD being, Kevin Durant. So it is what it is, bro. But they came out decent. And Sean Marks deserves a lot of credit because he's done this twice. They've been in a position where they were undoubtedly in arguably the worst position in the entire NBA. And their future immediately brightened as soon as he got in the picture. And then it happened again. He put them in a position to win a title. It didn't happen for obvious reasons, mostly injury, something he can't control. They have to pivot because them niggas all are like crazy as fuck, and they still come out good. And you got niggas like Jay Will saying a nigga deserve to get fired. Like I don't understand it, bro. But it is what it is, bro. Sometimes you gotta give general managers credit.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Back-to-back days, I gave you your flowers while you here. That was a phenomenal segment from you, my brother. You just touched on so many different things, and you midway you said they got the most important piece of this whole trade, which is a fact, the 2025 first round draft pick back. And then you said that Sean Marks basically made things happen twice. That's Kyrie, Harden, KD, and then they made something out of
Bro,
nothing.
you're forgetting, bro. In 2017, when it was looking crazy, bro, could have had Tatum, could have had Jaylen Brown, bro. Nobody wanted that job. Bro got that job. He drafted Jaron Allen. He traded for D'Lo at the valley of it, at the valley of his value. Then you made the Nets a place to be wanted. That's how you got Kyrie and KD, bro. And then, nigga, everyone thought the KD trade value, he wouldn't give that plus value. What did he do, bro? He basically got back 8 picks for Kevin Durant plus Cam Johnson, whatever you get for Cam Johnson, bro. He's a demon, bro. Y'all gotta respect him, bro. Y'all was just calling him trash. D-Mac, Jay Will.
No, I will fully definitely admit that I have been cursing Sean Marks out for the past year and a half, essentially, because I didn't think that he parachuted out of that situation effectively. I don't think that he took full advantage of what was going on in that entire scenario, trying to win with KD and Kyrie. I didn't think that he ever should have traded for James Harden. But all of those things considered, those are not all on him, because like your point was, a lot laid out. COVID happened, injuries happened. I think Joe Tsai had a hand in a lot of the bullshit that ended up happening from the top down from that standpoint as well. And so all of those things considered, what you laid out, he was able to now pivot and complete the parachuting out of that into turning into all of these assets now. And the reason why I'm fine with him moving forward is that, to your point, he took us from a place in which we were even more destitute after 2017, not having the assets to get the job done, made the shrewd moves to put us into a position to be a team that people wanted to go to, a competitive team, a team on the rise that had those assets. And now he gets to try and do the same thing again, but with the treasure trove of assets. And most importantly, obviously, that our own picks moving forward, which are the massive boon. So when I saw the trade come down yesterday, I was like, okay, that's interesting. And the reason why I was incredibly upset about it was the fact that I didn't know if he was going to, go back on the reports of saying that they wanted to keep Bridges and everything. I thought they should have traded Bridges. They did it, and I'm happy about it from that standpoint. And for the Hall to look like this, and then to effectively pivot out of the Suns pick and get your picks back so that you can effectively be bad and have the fruits of being bad come to bear in your team, that's the most important thing as well. And so from that standpoint, like I said, I have nothing but credit to give to Sean Mark today. He did a great job last night, and he turned us from a team that was on the treadmill of death that you spoke to, Ev, that now has a future to move forward with. We're going to be ass for the next 3 years. But again, I'll be fine with being ass as long
And
as
he drafted Demon Noah Clowney, bro. He on a streak, bro. Give him his credit, bro.
Yes, and Noah Clowney. And now you have an ability for a path forward to be a competitive franchise again, and that's the most important thing. So, but yeah, no, I was happy about it. And from the Knicks side, it's a steep price to pay, obviously. But the reality of the situation is this is the guy that they feel targeted. This is the guy they feel fits in their team best because of the Villanova connection, because of the wing ability to play defense, because of the ability to be a third option or second option on offense, but also be a guy that can play off ball effectively as well. That being a role that fits better with what he could bring to the table. Because even so that they did trade those assets, they still have some flexibility to try and build out the depth of this roster to try to put together a team that they believe can compete for the championship. So yes, Paul George in a vacuum is a better player. Maybe there would have been other avenues to get a quote unquote better player, but this is the guy that they targeted for understandable reasons. And so I think they did a good job in this from that standpoint.
Well said.
I do think one last point on the Knicks side, because I actually didn't touch on them, is that in this trade in isolation is fine. Value wise, like there are two swaps, 4 first-round picks for it. It is pretty steep, but he's relatively cheap. Even if you think he's like the 40th best player in the league, he's still relatively cheap for that value. He makes
his value is higher than that because of the contract being lower.
Yeah, so he is a relatively value contract with multiple years still left, and he's a good player. And a lot of these picks aren't going to be super valuable. But the biggest issue I do have is they traded for OG Anunoby, and like, I don't know, bro. If they don't retain him, then you dead traded at this point. If they don't retain him, then virtually what you gave up for Mikal Bridges is like you gave up a young player and quickly you gave up. Well, RJ wasn't a value asset, so I'm not going to include RJ. But you gave up a young player and quickly, and then you gave up these additional 6 round picks, like or 6 first round picks. Like that's basically that's basically what happened because he's kind of like the OG replacement, even if he's more valuable. It's just like a lot of cumulative value to give up for a rental, and then you have to spend 6 first-round picks to replace said rental. It's like that don't seem like good process. But I didn't like the OG trade at the time for the Knicks, and I think that aged pretty well on my part because something that he's dealt with for a while. I mean, like injury concerns. He's not super young. He's not super old either, though. But I don't know, bro.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Oh, my bad.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's why I say right now I only like the trade for the Knicks. I have to see what those next pivot points are going to be for them, involving obviously Hartenstein.
Can you even like it though if they don't retain OG?
Yes, because I would say that I would
I
then
don't like
not,
it if they
but
don't.
I would say that I would not like the OG trade compared to what I look at for this trade in comparison.
That's fair, but no, you can't look at one move in isolation,
No,
right?
yeah, I know that there's other context to be added in, but I would like it less, obviously, from that standpoint. But there's only so much that I'm going to.
Like, I still think that this trade is fine, but it's like this trade. It's kind of like the Paul George trade, right? Where it's like everyone's like,
absolutely.
well, you kind of trade. You didn't just trade for Paul George; you traded for Kawhi, and you have to contextualize that because it moves in the NBA are like chains, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we're chaining these moves together, you didn't just trade for Mikal Bridges. You traded for Mikal Bridges to be OG Anunoby's replacement potentially, and you traded assets from OG Anunoby as well. That's not just somebody you got or you signed, and you didn't have to give anything up for. You gave up a young player who went to Toronto and averaged 18 and 7 on decent efficiency, and it's good. Like he's a good player. Like he's a good.
Hey, Eli, don't you think this? My bad, D-Mac. But I was gonna say, like, don't you think this? I get what you're saying, right? Like, it does look like a bad move when you think that they just did this to replace OG, who they also gave assets to get, which doesn't really make sense, right? But I mean, don't you think there's something to be said about wanting to keep your best players or your star player happy? Like, I think that's really. I think they went and got Mikal basically because of Brunson, bro. Because of Brunson.
I understand that, but my take is then don't make the OG trade at the deadline. Push the. That's my biggest takeaway. Don't trade for an expiring contract if you don't really. If and you're potentially that there's a chance that you're pivoting. Because if I'm choosing between OG and Hartenstein for this current team, why would I pick OG?
That's fair. And that's why your point, what you said was that you would say the trade was fine. It would go from me liking the trade to it being fine, and me going from if they're able to pivot effectively and still use those assets that they currently have to retain guys and still build out the roster properly, it would go from me liking it to just really liking it. So that's the pivot point for me.
So why do you think that they're keeping OG and trading Hartenstein then?
I think so too.
I don't know.
I would keep OG. I'm not losing OG,
yeah,
bro.
me too. I would.
I don't know which way they go.
I think it's a combination of like what you gave up for OG. Like, it's kind of crazy if you just let him not be there.
Yeah,
but also I think it's like a pretty good look if you have like two like really good wing defenders.
Bro, OG and Mikal
like,
next to each other would be crazy.
OG and Mikal play like 2 through 4, like both like not Mikal, but like them together play 2 through 4.
But I don't know, like in a league,
and like they both also as 3-point shooters, like catch and shoot 3-point shooters. They're like what, like high 30s, close to 40.
Yeah,
catch and shoot.
they're pretty good.
Corner merchant, but yeah, fairs.
Yeah,
I mean, since when is having more 3-and-D players a problem?
I think the
when it conflicts with not having
fact
a
that
good
you
center.
have like multiple wing defenders that are top tier, and also like I think it gives you a lot of flexibility as well with like lineups because you have two players that can play 2 through 4. I just think like it's just a really fucking good look. I'm not gonna lie.
So
Byron, the only questionable thing for me, which I understand why you want to keep Hartenstein, is because like you can't really trust Mitch as a center because like he gets hurt.
So Byron.
I think everybody's saying Randall the one that's gone.
So Byron got to where I wanted to ask next was that is there a scenario, and you guys would know better than me as far as their cap space and the limited assets they get, where they're able to move off of Mitch or Randall and retain both of those players in Hartenstein and OG and move forward from that. Or move both of those guys and retain both of those guys.
I think they can retain.
They can move Randall.
And I think they could put. I think they can always move Randall and Mitch, but I think the likelihood of them retaining Zay and OG is really slim to none. I'm not really sure that there's even a real pathway.
Well, you call him Zay?
Okay, Hartenstein. Like
I'm just saying. I'm
but,
maybe he really is black. My fault.
Don't start, bro.
No, Wes, go ahead.
I'm just saying. I never seen a white guy earn the nickname Zay before. Okay, my fault. Oh, man. I'm just listening to him.
No, well, we lost Wes.
Am I reading this right though? So did Brooklyn get their 2025 and 2026 first round pick back from Houston?
Yeah. I think they switched it with Houston for Houston to get the Suns pick.
Suns one. Wow.
That's not bad. That's
So
not
Brooklyn
bad. The Suns gotta make a move too, though.
That's a great trade.
That's tough.
That's why whoever did not like the KD trade, I just never understood.
Listen,
I think it's okay, especially if you get picks for two tradable assets, because they still can flip Cam to get more assets.
Yeah, I didn't hate the KD trade. I didn't like what we all got back for both Harden, KD, and Kyrie in combination. But KD was the best part of that, to say the least.
I think the Kyrie trade, if you would have traded DFS a little earlier, probably would have been good. But
yeah,
I mean, he didn't shoot as well as he had in prior years. He had a little bit of regression. You can't really expect that, but it is what it is. I mean, you still.
And I think the Harden Kyrie market
Kyrie was honestly.
The Harden Kyrie market was depressed. I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kyrie was probably the most depressed asset.
Maybe you might have been able to get was like a pick or something. Maybe because I heard the Lakers wanted to give you a pick or whatever. But like I don't think like it's nothing like huge, where it's like you big ass haul.
And again, when you're talking about chaining moves, this is me starting from a place where I didn't want to trade from James Harden. On top of that, and then I thought that you've already committed yourself to this, so why not try to cobble it together again to go after it? But again, training things together, and you look at the full context, he obviously has done a great job ultimately parachuting out of that situation, where I was just more angry with overall haul and fine with what you got for KD.
And here, but like, what was I finna say to Tinez? Damn, what was it finna be about? Fuck, what were you talking about, Tinez? Right? No, it wasn't about
the depressed market for Kyrie.
Oh, bro, no,
it wasn't KD trade. The KD people not liking the KD trade.
It was about something, bro. Fuck. I'm forgetting, bro. I'm blanking.
Randall, the Suns.
You too young.
It was about Houston. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand it from Houston's side, because is there any team in the league that values those two Suns picks more than the 2025 pick next year? Other than the Suns?
No, I don't. But I think they're angling to make a deal with Phoenix. Like, by all the reports, they're trying to angle to be attractive. Like, in case Phoenix.
No, I understand that. But you're tight roping yourself.
There you go.
Devin Booker and KD.
But I won't say you have no.
You're only anchoring.
If they blow it up, those picks are still going to be really valuable and really attractive. There'll be more.
That's the thing about it.
Nothing will be as attractive as the 25 pick. Sure, like Brooklyn's 25 will be more attractive, but that's right now. Assuming, because by the reports, Phoenix wants to move off of KD, and if their front office knows that, let's say they knew that yesterday, Phoenix wants to move off of Kevin Durant, and potentially Kevin may want to be out of Phoenix. Potentially, no one knows for sure. Assuming that happens and that comes to pass, we're looking at a team where, okay, now the Suns are in limbo, and it's either rebuild around D-Book or potentially have to move off of D-Book as well. Regardless, though, their ceiling drastically changes, because D-Book and whatever you get for Durant and having Bradley Beal, that's not a competitive team in the West.
What year is the draft pick?
2027 and 2029.
And a
2027?
Yeah, 27 and 29.
So this is the thing, right? Maybe 2029 would be valuable. 2027, I think Bradley Beal will still be there.
I don't think that's going to help them though. If they don't have KD,
they're not going to be a competitive team.
yeah. If they don't have KD, they're not a
Okay,
competitive.
just real quick. They don't have to be because like if they hit like the second apron, it's not going to be a good pick.
True. It goes to the back of the draft. That's another point.
Okay, that's fair.
Even if they move KD, they would still be up against the second apron.
Well, I think if you keep, I think if you keep Bradley Beal, because I don't think they'll want to trade.
Well, they would have to move
Yeah,
KD for
AJ,
money, though.
if somebody can look that up, that sounds like a terrible rule to put in place. To be honest with you, if it affects other teams' picks too.
If they can
No,
get
I think
1 or
so.
2
I think
year
so, AJ. I think
contracts,
so. I think no matter what, like it's the back of the draft. You could double check because I was looking into it and that's what I was reading.
if the money comes off the books, so if they get 1 to 2 year contracts, like all the money that they're trading for expires by that draft, by that offseason, then I think they will be in a different light in a more favorable position, especially considering the fact that, like, if there's some 1 year contracts where, all right, it's front loaded on, like I was potentially saying, I don't think this will happen now because they're saying they're not interested in Durant, and understandably so. But if it was a Fred VanVleet, you get VanVleet, his is front loaded, and it's a team option for next year. So that money comes off the books regardless. And then even still having Book and Bill, those contracts aren't enough to put you on the second apron. And I doubt they would be, if they move off of Durant, I doubt, like they may try to build something around D-Book to keep him happy, I'm sure. But if the avenue, like, the writing's on the wall if they move off of Durant. So
I think the likelihood of them hitting second apron is high because this is why, because I think Beal will be making like close to 60, and then Book they'll probably want to give him an extension. They're gonna want to keep him. So
that's what I'm saying though. At the end of the
can I give you the up?
At the end of the day, Taness, the conclusion.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say because of the cap increase, it'll probably be more than 60. But we can go with 60. And then right there you have like 120 just between like 2 players.
Thank you for putting it on the screen.
I was gonna say though, Taness, at the end of the day, the conclusion that and it's crazy that you came to this conclusion as well. I thought I was on an island. The conclusion I came to is that the 2025 pick is valuable. Undoubtedly, the 32-win Nets without their best player and potentially losing some more assets are going to be a bad team in a good draft. That pick is valuable. While the Suns picks could be valuable, it's like you're trading, and it could be valuable to a limited scope. Not even just limited. One other team, only one team in the entire league values that pick more than the 2025 pick. Why? Why limit yourself? I don't.
Yeah.
It's like they're basically trying to do what they did to the Nets, where it's like, we have your picks. We're dangling over your head. Give us your best player. Maybe you can have your picks back. And it's like,
well, I mean, when you have the inside information, if they know, like, let's say for instance, because I agree with you.
People are fickle though.
But listen, I agree with you in theory. So I do agree with you and Heavisett in theory with your initial point. My thing is, if they have the inside information, that Phoenix not only wants to move him, they're motivated to move Durant. They want this era to be over. They want to continue to build around Book, essentially, like just throwing something at the wall. And they want to move off of Durant, aging. They may not get along in the organization, etc. Whatever. If that's the case, and they're going to move him. If that's the intel that they have, they're moving Durant. Then it makes it's still not a safe bet, but the bet makes more sense at that point because it's not like it was a just one off. They even though 25 is more valuable than Nets 25, they still got more assets to play with. Because don't forget, Houston still has their own. No. What picks of theirs do they have? Do they have any of their own picks?
Let me look it up for you.
I think now, because the CP3 trade, I think it's up this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think they might have one more swap in 27, but I think it's come to its conclusion.
They have their 2025, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2031.
Yeah. So then they also have those as well. They have their own picks as well. So I think it just gives them even more draft capital, even though it's not as strong as that 25 pick. They have more draft capital to work with and make deals with, and I think they still have very viable picks. I won't say that again. 25 is the most attractive, but they still have very viable picks that could land a star.
And Wes, to your
Very
point,
valuable to one team though. Like
wait,
at the end,
Nah,
and
I
people
think it's the lion's share. But go ahead.
and people are fickle though. Like
this
things could
could
change.
this could be all still a moot point if you know that the Phoenix Suns are about to parachute out and you have the king on the chess the queen on the chessboard to be able
I promise you, Katie, not going to this rocket.
I am simply saying that as a possibility.
Okay,
I don't
even
know,
if
Evanson. I'm
wait,
not
D-Mac,
sure. I don't know, Evanson. I'm simply putting it out there as a
listen,
possibility.
D-Mac. Even if
Yeah.
let's say you're right, and the pick becomes valuable, if the Suns parachute, that is a possibility. While the Nets being poor is a
the certainty. Yes, absolutely.
And it's in a better draft, or not a better draft, but a draft that we have more certainty is
we
good.
have more information about. Absolutely. I agree with you. I don't disagree with what you guys are saying. I am simply pointing out that it may be a moot point from the standpoint of if they have that information. And the second apron rules, as Ev has put on the screen, it is only the pick that you have 7 years out. If you're over the second apron 2 consecutive years, therefore you have that pick that is 7 years out frozen at the back end of the first round. That is what happens. It does not affect any other picks outside of the one that is 7 years out.
So that's still really valuable.
Okay.
Yes. So if the Suns do parachute out, those picks are still extremely valuable because they get treated like regular picks.
Say that again. Wait, that's on the screen, or you just knew that?
It's the bottom right part. So
team
that finishes over the apron in 2 consecutive seasons, their first round pick 7 years from now, because that is the limit of what you can trade first round picks, gets frozen at the back end of the first round as a result. And it is only that pick.
Okay. Interesting.
I got a question.
That's a stupid ass rule.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but fuck it.
I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to do. 7 years out, my guy. 7 years out.
I mean, because I think
the entire point of these aprons is simply to make it difficult for teams to, be able to aggregate
I don't care about 7 years
veteran salaries on top of that and trade away picks far into the future to make it happen.
Exactly. And I think it definitely changes things because with that being 7 years out, assuming their window did close and they bottomed out, they also get penalized as well, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct, yes.
So yeah, I don't have an issue with the rule. Go ahead, Ted.
I got a question.
This is the NBA wanting to legislate in a level of parity throughout the
league. Yeah, that's all it is. That's literally all it is. What's up, Tez?
So, is there already teams on this apron? Like, are teams
in the second apron? Yeah, in the second and first year.
I would love to see a list of those teams.
So probably the Golden State Warriors, because they were over the second apron last year.
Yeah.
So this year, if they do it again.
And the Clippers, what do they have for
Wait. This starts.
The Clippers were on the second apron.
This starts this season, right?
Yeah.
This season would be the first season.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So each team.
Well, I thought last year they changed
basically.
the cap for I thought last year they did have a rule where teams like Phoenix who were already on the second apron, everything had to match. Whatever came in had to go out. They had no wiggle room. But that's really the hard cap, essentially.
It was something with the buyout too. That too.
That's true.
I think it's sort of kind of went to play last year a little bit.
Yeah, no, there were some rules that went in last year, and some don't come in until this upcoming season.
Okay, yeah.
They split it up.
So each team is on the apron, either one.
Some teams probably.
There are some teams that aren't under either or aren't above either of these aprons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the first apron is $7 million over the cap, and then the second apron is 17.5 over the first apron, I think. Somebody confirm or fuck me.
I don't even know what the cap is. I don't know what the cap is.
Maybe
What you
10
just
mil?
said,
I feel
it's
so out of date
171.
from the days in which I used to know this shit in and out, man. I've fallen off as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, I don't know what the cap is off the top of my head, to be honest. But I mean, obviously, my next question, and I'm still curious to hear people's thoughts on the Mikal Bridges and Knicks and Nets. But we sort of kind of shifted a little bit to the Suns. Then, what do y'all do? Do y'all just say fuck it, KD, Booker, or KD, go ahead? Like, what just trade him? What do y'all do? Y'all get y'all pick back? What?
They got to look themselves in the mirror and see if they think that they can build something around these guys. It's very possible that they can't, and this is the time to parachute out and get those picks back from Houston and build it the right way. I don't know if they feel like they have a path out of this. That's an answer that they got to look themselves in the mirror.
No path. They're not doing that unless KD says that's where I want to go.
Yeah, true.
To Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or in general.
Or any.
But I'm saying if KD's or if they don't see a path to building a championship contender around this team, they should go to KD and be like,
that's a hard conversation.
You got to pick your team, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, but they're never
gonna
come to that conclusion as long as Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are on the roster.
But that's not even it.
And also, they lose out so much in terms of they lose out potentially playoff revenue and jersey sale revenues and just general attendance if KD's not a Sun. They're one of the biggest TV markets in the world, and it's only recently been tapped into.
Yeah, and to add on to that, like no matter what the fuck you do with KD, you still have Beal on the fucking roster with Booker. So just fuck it.
I personally think if
let's
KD
just
gets
see what
traded, Booker gets traded
at this point, because like they not trading Booker and they cannot trade Beal.
Right, yeah, Bill's unmovable to say the least. But
no, I don't think that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think if KD gets traded, I think they would finally entertain the.
You don't agree with what?
The Booker part.
The Booker part. I think if KD gets traded, I think they will entertain that.
I think that Booker could be talked about. Yeah.
If I'm the Suns, I'm not trading Booker because Booker's young, and they probably feel like they can build around Booker post.
I ain't gonna hold you though.
Yeah.
The window.
So I'm not. So that's what I'm saying. Like they're not trading Booker, and they cannot trade Beal.
He's 28 in 4
the
months.
window on that Booker being young,
they still feel good with him.
He ain't
that's fine, but it's about Booker feeling good.
Also,
with
if
him.
this doesn't work out,
And
who's
if
going to
Booker-
do business with you?
If Booker gets to the point where he's looking at Phoenix and he's like, look, we tried it, we built, we tried it. We did 2 or 3 different iterations. I went through a litany of coaches, whatever. You know, I appreciate the the city, the state, but I'm cool. Like I need to seek greener pastures.
I think it'd be let us do you a favor thing.
I think that's a different.
I'm saying.
I think that's a different comma because maybe I misunderstood with Ev's question because I thought Ev was basically saying what I think the Suns would do, meaning like they they have the choice to keep Book. Because if Booker is asking out, then I think you don't really have a choice. You just try.
You don't think Booker will want to entertain that being in a winning?
But that's a different question now. You're asking me what do I do if Book asks out? I trade him. But when you're saying like what would I do if I was the Suns? I don't think I'm saying that I have options. Like if
okay. Let me ask you a different question.
Wait, Ev. Before you ask that question, can I just answer your question? Because whenever you ask those questions from the team perspective, my goal is to get to championship contender. I don't necessarily look at it from the TV revenue and those things from that standpoint, which Eli, you pointed out, and is actually context that does matter because this is a business at the end of the day.
And a new owner. New owners want to recruit.
That does also matter.
The
as well.
money that they
my point is that you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, if I don't think I can build a team around these to go after a championship, then I should trade KD. And I should probably trade Booker as well and reset what I'm looking at right here and move forward. That I think you have to be honest with yourself about.
Man, no nigga doing that after he spent $2 billion for this ideal.
Absolutely, and that's the context that is absolutely fair, Eli, to bring up. But I'm just saying.
Also on the Houston side, just to get back to the Houston side.
Sorry, just real quick. Before you pivot to another team, do you know how I don't. Maybe I be in Sun spaces too fucking much. Shout out Jay Will. But do you know how these people see Devin Booker? They think this man's like a top 5 player.
I think he's God.
It's not about that. To me, it's okay.
No, but what I'm saying is that if you think you have that level of player, like when you're not like blowing it up and trading him.
I don't think they realize.
Do you think the Sun front office
D-Mac. Everything's. This is gonna sound so crazy because the nigga hasn't won anything. He only has one first team All NBA, all of that, no MVPs. But everything Dirk was to the Mavs, everything Steph is to the Warriors, bruh. That's what D Book is to these Suns niggas, bruh. No, Bab, I'm not trolling at all. You can never claim Devin Booker.
I believe you, but do you think that the Sun front office will look at it the same way?
Yes.
But what if he approaches the situation? Y'all keep it. Yeah, but I think that's the confidence he had then, because
that's a different guy. Like if a star asks out to trade,
then it's so.
I mean, Evan said, let me ask you a question, Evan said. What is the likelihood of him following up, asking out if Kevin Durant gets traded? Do you think
not as high as the likelihood of you getting fucking Cooper Flag? Let's say that. Fuck it. I'm gonna say that. Not as high as the likelihood of you getting BJ. Like, not as high.
No, they're not gonna have a top 5 pick with Booker, Bill, and etc.
I'm talking about for Houston because that's what
that Nets pick.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know why Houston did that. Yeah, I don't know why Houston did that. Yeah, that's a different conversation. I love it for Brooklyn.
How's that a different conversation? That's what we said.
I'm not gonna hold.
But again, if that leads you to Kevin Durant, then I understand. So there's a little bit of a sliver of hope there.
And I also,
even if it gets to Kevin Durant, I'd rather have a 13% chance at
it's not about Durant for Houston. It's about Booker.
Yeah, why y'all taking it to that?
Nigga ain't shit. Like he's not nobody.
Nigga, what?
That's to you.
That's to you. Yeah, that's not the.
I also think that it would be more so for Booker than KD as well. Like,
bro.
This is
confused.
This team not good enough to think. Damn, all we need is Devin Booker, man, and we're gonna win titles.
Wait. But
that's my point.
Wait. But if the Suns look at Booker as God, why can't they feel like they're good enough to make that type of move? Like, this is obviously not necessarily looking at it for an objective manner.
The Houston Rockets alone, their franchise fan, like the fan base doesn't matter per se, but I think mentioning and
my bad.
The franchise, they believe in a lot of their players that are on that team right now in the core and building through that core. Ime is being reported somewhat that he would like a more defensively slanted center. I doubt they move off of Sengun though, because he's 21, he's their best player, and they won 41 games last year. Even with him missing the last month and a half of the season, and they were right in the thick of things. They were right in the hunt. Assuming they replace Jalen Green with Devin Booker, that team gets
still not contenders, bro.
That's to you, but with the development of Amon and regardless of the fact that I'm not super high on Sengun, it's clear that franchise and their fans are super high on Sengun. So if they truly feel like Sengun is, a baby Jokic, and we have Devin Booker, who's a much better version of Jamal Murray, if we pair those two together, and it's slightly different, but we have a facsimile of that in a sense. I may not agree with it, but at the same time, that thinking isn't egregious, because also the teams that have been so dominant and the players that have been so dominant, they're aging out. So as these other teams age out, the new guard has got to step up. And who's to say that isn't enough talent for the new guard to get something done, to go deep in the West, to make a final?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You might think that I'm nobody, but nigga, me. Like,
I don't. Come on,
me. I'm just saying it's not. Like, what, bro?
All right, that's fine. I respect it.
This is what rushing the process.
Rushing the process. You said this would be rushing the process for Houston if they trade for Booker or KD?
Absolutely.
That's E-Farm? Rushing the process?
Yes, it is.
I think he's saying for Houston, it'll be rushing the process.
Yeah, they saying for Houston is rushing the process.
I don't know.
What time?
I don't know.
It's like year 3. It's like year 3, 4.
But Eli, I still feel like they're looking at this from how much they believe in their players, and clearly we look at this differently, right? But they believe in Sengun. It's pretty clear that they believe in Sengun.
Is it? Is it?
I do. I don't think the report that they would shop him for KD was a real report. I think
Even okay, you
I
don't
think
think
Rose
that.
swung and missed.
You don't think that. But if they really believe that there's not a world where Sengun's playoff utility is lower than perceived, then are we sure that they would be looking that drafting Donovan Klingon would even be an option for them? That trading for Mark Williams would even be an option for them?
And you remember earlier I said, like, it's clear that
How many times are they going to be in the market for a center before it's like, damn, Ime, who literally came in and said, I want a defensively slanted center, maybe he's not the highest on Sengun, or at least as high as everyone thinks.
But I already acknowledged that Ime, I do believe that Ime is not super high on him or like mesmerized by him. But I don't think Ime. Are we sure Ime is calling all the shots? We'll see tonight for sure. If Klingon is drafted, I think we'll have our answer. But I got to see that happen because I think the organization.
I think they're probably
definitely Reed. It's definitely Reed Shepard going 3. If the board is falling the way that the 2 French kids go first, it's probably Reed Shepard.
What if they end up trading? But I mean,
but if they trade for 1 though,
trading three for Mark Williams is virtually the same thing though. Like you're investing in a center.
No, I don't think they. I feel you. That's true, but there's no way they actually do that. Now that would be I think that would be a mistake, and I think Mark has real value.
You think 6 and Mark is a mistake? I'm asking. I don't disagree.
Oh, you mean trading down to 6 and getting Mark is what? No. I don't think that's a mistake. I thought you meant just trading 3. I didn't know it was a swap. You're letting them move up, taking a player, and falling to 6. Okay, I don't think that's a mistake.
Hey Wes, you don't think Ime is behind this due to the fact that Ime was an assistant coach in 2021 with the Nets? Maybe so he's trying to lure KD that some way somehow.
I mean, I think in a perfect world, Ime, like if he got his way, I'm pretty sure he would love to have Durant. I think that the organization, and this is why I said we'll see tonight for sure, because I don't think that Ime and the organization are 100% on the same page with the moves they want to make moving forward. I think it's clear that they want to win both parties, but I think the timetable for that and the way to go about doing that are kind of different between the 2 parties.
What kind of direction is this?
So you're saying like the organization is on some like push button, but you think he wants to develop, or you think it's vice versa?
I think it's vice versa. But I also think the organization is willing to push the button for the player that they think is worthwhile. And I think Ime is like, to Eli's point earlier, well, shit, fuck that. I mean, that's my dog. But to my point, because I said it first, Ime it's clear that he would like a defensively slanted big. Like, that's how he likes to play. That's what fits his defensive scheme. He's a defensively slanted coach. Everything really moves towards that. And the way, if you like paying attention to how they play without Sengun, I think in his heart of hearts, that's the motto moving forward. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen because obviously Sengun is a little different. But I truly think he wants pace. I think he wants to get defensive stops and move in transition. I think that's how he would like to play. I think he would want not that Sengun's mobility is bad or anything, but I think he would want an even more mobile center and just somebody who's a rim runner as opposed to a hub offensively. So
let's say like tonight, right? There's a chance for them to trade Sengun and still remain like with the other pieces that they have. You think that's a favorable thing to look out for tonight?
You said to add Sengun or keep Sengun and add a piece?
No, trade him and add a piece to make it cater
No,
to what
I don't see any world where they trade Sengun. That would shock me. Tonight, that would shock me. I think it would be really premature for that.
No,
would they be buying into Jalen Green if they're doing that? Like, I don't understand what What
Yeah, because
promising about
based
Trey
on what you're
Sengun?
saying, like, it sounded like this is not a player that will fit the system that his philosophies for. So, I mean, tonight, if the organization is on the move and they kind of get one on the same page, he could be like, hey, I don't think this player is for the development of this team, and maybe get something out of that.
What you doing?
I don't know. We'll see. I think his I still think it would. It's too early. I think it's premature because you also have to assess how other teams feel about Sengun, and maybe they have on the back channels. But I think it would be a tad bit too early. Even if Ime is like, hey, I would prefer this archetype as opposed to what Sengun is. I think that it would take, if not another off season, some of the regular season. I don't see them completely going all in on a completely different direction.
Can we be
Nowhere.
honest, bro? Can we be honest, bro? Ime Udoka will be gone before Sengun be gone. Like, let's be for real. Come on, man.
I mean,
There's no.
he could be, but
Ime Udoka
we'll
will be
see.
gone as a Rocket before Sengun. If that was the case.
You said if that was the case.
Yeah, if he was like pushing forward Sengun to be gone, they would let Ime Udoka go before they let Sengun go.
I mean, but it's already being reported. Like, I don't think these reports are false that he truly does want a defensively slanted center. So he's doing that.
Get a
They're
backup.
not trying to find an Ime. Say get a backup. You're not reaching for Klingon for a backup. Now I feel you though. Like Mark Williams, I think that would be. But again, it's still like. Here's my issue with it. Assuming, especially if they draft Klingon, they're not going to draft Klingon, or I think that's how you pronounce his name, to be a backup.
Yeah, that's correct.
Especially with the third pick. So that would raise my eyebrows. As for like Mark, it would be the opposite, and I actually don't think that's a bad move. But it will also still be weird because they just traded for Steven Adams. So again, it would speak to the front office and Ime not 100% being on the same page, and them still trying to figure out how to meet in the middle and come to terms.
That is never a good thing. I swear to God.
You don't draft the most, in my opinion, the most NBA ready player in the draft, number 3 overall, to make him a third string center right now, or on third on the depth chart behind Adams and Sengun. That's just, you don't do that, especially with the 3rd overall pick. Just something you don't do.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that either.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to read Shepard. So
Third string.
Yo, OG, I'm one of them. OG, I'm one of them.
I'm included in that.
What did they get in the Steven Adams trade?
If we draft Klingon, I'll buy 5.
Said,
Yeah, OG, make sure I'm one of them too.
Steve,
yeah, that's 3 right there. We got 2 more.
Just Steve?
We got 3
They
already.
may have gotten a second rounder.
I'm down.
Okay,
they
go
get a first. I don't think they got a first.
It was 2 2024 seconds, 1 2025 second, and Victor Oladipo.
Because how good do you think Steven's going to be after this injury?
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I said I don't think Ime and the organization. I think the organization tried to appease Ime with the Steve-O trade, and based off of the report. Now, obviously, I don't have this inside information, so I'm just speaking on what I think may be going on from the reports that I've read. I think the Steve-O trade didn't do it for Ime. And I think Ime is still like, yeah, nah, that, cool. I appreciate your efforts, but I want someone different, be it Klingon, be it Mark Williams. I would like a younger and more mobile center who is defensively slanted. So.
When they made let me look at their contract situation. When I saw them make that trade, I thought they were just like. Did it for the fuck of it, just to get some picks and shit. Even though they were second rounders, because like, I don't see how. I don't know how he's gonna be when he comes back off of injury. Plus, like I think it's just 1 more year, and it's just like what, like $12 million.
Hasn't he been gone for like a year and a half now? Close to 2 years.
Because it's expiring.
And to that point, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think that trade helped Memphis relieve some salary cap issues. So to that point, yeah, it could have been that as well.
Yeah, that literally when I saw
That
it first, I
instead.
thought that's what it was. They were like, "Oh, we can get a couple picks for an expiring." Okay.
Right, and that's actually a good business model. Like that's how you want to. When you're in your rebuild, that's how you want to do it. Take on money from teams that want to move off, get some more assets, and then be able to flip those assets later. So.
Can I ask? This is a pivot off of the conversation we had. So obviously we're a few hours out from the draft. I mean, what do you guys think as far as the players that are floating out there as possibilities that could be moved in between now and when the draft starts? Is my question. Like role players, star players, anything as far as that concerned. Any of those names come to mind that we should be watching out for?
I have no sources, but Kuzma to the Kings. Watch out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
For 13.
that's what you like.
It's not what I like. It's something that
that's
could
what you-
happen.
Okay.
Kuzma
I mean, bro,
to the
you said
Kings
you got
is
no
a
sources,
very high.
man.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's a very possible chance that it happens tonight. So Kuzma to the Kings for 13.
Who
They
do the
trade-
Kings currently have with the 4? Any Keegan Murray? Was it? Nah, it's not Harrison. Is it Harrison? Nah.
Yeah,
Who the Kings? It's Keegan, right? I don't see why the Kings would do that, bro. I think they want Keegan to develop. I don't see why they'll get Kuzma to take
Nah,
away
they
minutes from
saying
Keegan.
Keegan can play. Kuzma can play the 4, or Keegan stretches
Keegan
out.
plays the 4.
All right, then Kuzma can play the 3.
You trust him over Harrison Barnes?
Yes, but
Probably it.
I thought the Kings wanted to move off of Harrison Barnes or a different player from Harrison Barnes. Mm-hmm.
they saying if PG leaves, look out for DeMar DeRozan going to the Clippers.
I ain't gonna hold you. The Clippers, it's time for them. I don't know that there's a pet.
Blow it up.
They can't blow it up.
Respect Jonathan Kuminga and Moody.
They can't blow it up, but
They can't. They're going to a new arena. They have to.
it wasn't respect. It wasn't about Jonathan Kuminga and them. It was about DeMar DeRozan being linked to.
Oh, nah, that DeMar shit is funny as hell. That nigga.
Wait, that's a
got
real
no
thing?
business near LA.
Yeah, it's being reported that if Paul George were to move away, if they were to part ways, that that could potentially be a landing spot for DeMar.
That's a nasty. Ugh.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw those reports.
That's nasty.
I mean, do y'all
But
believe?
y'all act like PG so much better than DeMar. If we be honest,
DeMar can't speak.
Bro.
I'm not gonna say that. He gets get mad.
that shit. I'm not gonna lie. That y'all gassing up them.
DeMar
two.
needs the ball in his hands. You're not gonna put James Harden and DeMar, bro. Like, no. You seen how PG looked out of rhythm? PG looked pretty. You know what I mean?
PG
Up and down.
looked out of rhythm. When did he look out of rhythm? That nigga had that ball. The nigga was breaking everything.
He had that ball when Kawhi was out. Well, I mean, once Kawhi was there, the nigga was in the corner half the time.
I'm saying when Kawhi was out.
Yeah, but that's not. You need to build continuity, bro. That situation is what fucks the Clippers up every year, bro. Kawhi's there 1 week, Kawhi's there not 1 week, and I heard Kawhi Leonard's gonna be the second highest paid player in the NBA next year, bro. It's gonna be fucking nasty. Ugh.
I haven't been listening for the last minute or two, but I'm back. Good conversation. Everybody that commented on Mikal and then the KD, Houston and Phoenix and all that. Josiah, did you have anything to say about it real quick? I know that's your team and you get him Mikal Bridges. How you feeling about it?
To talk about the Mikal trade, I think I like this trade for both sides. I think the Knicks got who they want to pair him up with Brunson, Dante, Josh Hart to do the Villanova Knicks. And for Brooklyn, they got more assets to do. They got more draft picks and capital now. So now they can be bad and they don't have to really sacrifice as much. I get it. First four first round picks for Mikal is steep, but the good part about it is that we also still retain 5 first round picks for us. So I kind of I'm happy about it. So I want to see, and we still have enough money left over to where we could potentially sign OG and Hartenstein back. Oh, we still trying to pursue OG to get him to a deal, but Hartenstein is more by the days is more like a lost cause.
Okay. Yeah, I think y'all definitely losing Isaiah.
I think we're losing Isaiah and we're re-signing OG.
11-10 text where I think ultimately Isaiah ends up. I think he ends up in OKC. And I think I said that yesterday here, and we'll see what they do. If that after that, the only moves going to be Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein. We'll see if he obviously goes. OG, I think if I was you guys, why not? I'll try to obtain them as well. What else?
Hey, don't be surprised if the Knicks fuck around and draft a center this draft though. To fill in that gulp and also trade Mitchell Robinson just to acquire some more picks back or whatnot. Maybe this.
And quiet as kept. I mean, it's not. People not bringing it up for obvious reasons. The draft ain't nothing crazy, but they still got picked 24 and 25 in this draft. As far as the Knicks, so hold on. If y'all know Jazz, the Mavericks Cowboy fan, go tell happy birthday, y'all. I just seen her birthday on my timeline. Go tell Jazz happy birthday. She a real Luka fan. She a real Dallas fan. Everything. Happy birthday to her. Let me show her some love real quick. Hold on.
Happy birthday.
She ain't in here, but I'm just showing her some love real quick.
I'm my fault.
You good, bro? Welcome. How you feel about the trade, by the way? Anyway.
You talking about the Mikal trade?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like it. You feel me? OG might. You feel me? He might walk. That niggas asking for a lot of money. Like, I like the Knicks team. You feel me? You got Dante. You got Brunson. This is a gritty team. If they re-sign Hartenstein, you feel me? You re-sign OG. This team low-key might move me. I can see them niggas going like 7 against Boston. Like, they just Brian Windhorst or somebody just reported Porzingis is gonna miss the first a couple, you feel me, to start the season. But them niggas, man, they got a unit. What's that one dude that just came out of nowhere, that backup guard?
Miles Brad.
Bro, they really got like a 7-8 man lineup. That's important.
I was actually thinking that this morning. That's so true. Before I started the show today, I'm like, damn, the Knicks. I'm driving back from dropping my little brother off. I'm like, damn, the Knicks really gonna have a 7-8 man, really 8 man rotation when it's all said and done for this playoff. Of quality guys that can play or that you feel comfortable with put on the floor.
Exactly.
And they'll produce versus Dallas, who had to throw Hardy out there, who had to throw Exum out there, who had to throw 10 in spot minutes, and not knowing what you're going to get on a game-to-game basis. I think now you're looking at Miles coming off the bench, giving you good minutes. Dante just had a good stretch, I think, from February on down when it came to shooting the ball and scoring, and he just played that alongside Brunson in the postseason.
Because of OG got hurt. They were both. I know Tibbs likes to play his guys, but he don't like. They can battle injuries now. You feel me? They're not hobbled if one of their. You seen Julius Randle? Like, niggas forgot Julius Randle was hurt for the second half of the year. That was a All-NBA performer. I know niggas like to say all the playoffs, this, that, whatever, but that's a nice point.
Tween, I love that you said that, bro. People play with Julius Randle way too much.
That's what I'm, bro.
I'm not with none of this.
Bro,
like, people call him buzz. That's cool,
nigga,
bro. I'm not for that, though.
Bro, they always give niggas, like, bro, he
Talk
was
about
every year before the playoffs start, he's hobbled going into the playoffs. And he's already a jump shot reliant player. So if he's not
back to the yap off.
Like, bro, Randle, one of them ones. Like, he's still a top 30 player.
Bro, Julius Randle is not that bad of a player, bro. Y'all got to stop, bro. He's still 25. He's still 25 and 10 All NBA
Y'all
player,
be
bro.
trying to be fake woke about this nigga Randle.
You an All NBA player in the league of 300 plus players, bro. Let's keep it stacked, bro.
I think it's fair to give him credit for not being a back end top 100 player. Absolutely, Randle is not like.
Is he a top 50 player?
Top 15?
50.
Bro,
50.
obviously,
So
bro,
so
bro,
yeah,
you
Twin,
think
why
I'm
you
No,
gotta
gonna
hold
yell,
on,
bro?
Tween,
take it in
Tween,
my
shut up,
hands?
shut up,
He's not
Tween,
like
Tween,
that.
shut
Why you
up.
gotta yell, bro? Just calm down. Damn, take it down a notch.
Tween,
We're
when
having a
people ask
simple
people
convo.
questions,
Why you
they
yelling?
asking them that because they want to hear the answer, bro. Chill. Let Wes answer that question.
Yeah, damn, this nigga's yelling at the mic.
So yeah, it's clear that Randall isn't like the 97th best player in the league. That said, though, when we speak on Randall, I don't think people are gassing it when they speak on like you're not winning anything with Randall. So it's being spoken about from him on a contender and where he fits. And are the Knicks going anywhere with Randall as their number two?
With this current mob, the answer is yes.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Wait, Wes, you didn't answer. Do you think he's a
I
top
don't think
50 player?
I said obviously.
Oh, you said obviously.
That
Okay.
was a dumb question, but it's cool.
I mean,
No,
some
it
people
wasn't
don't
a
have no
dumb
top 50.
question.
Nah, some people really think he's like he's not. Like some people
Bro,
really have
with
the
this
issue. I
Knicks
don't know.
team, it takes all the pressure off Randall in the playoffs because you still have to worry about OG if he resigns, and then you have to worry about Mikal. That's 17, 22 points among them two.
Exactly.
Those
The
two make a
spacing
one
too.
off rib, and
The
then
Huh?
spacing too. The
Bro, no.
rebound.
No, I did. No way. I just heard those two make a
He's
one.
not saying they won like a number.
No way.
He's not saying
No
like
way.
he's not saying the number one option. Well, I hope not. Are you not saying the number one option, right?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm
Yeah, he's
saying
just
those
saying
two make a second. Like those two, there's gonna be nights where it's gonna be tic tac toe between them two. Especially in the playoffs, like if it's Jalen and Brunson, then you have to worry about Mikal or OG. Like it's them
Yeah, I got
two.
you. I got what
It's
you're
gonna
saying.
like equate to some type of problems on some given nights.
Yeah,
That's not. That's not what you said.
Who's gonna be
Shout
the
out,
creator for them?
He wasn't
What you
saying he
said
wasn't
one more
saying them two
time?
make a number one option or
Who's
one
gonna be
A
the
player. He
playmaker for
wasn't
He
saying
them?
that.
said those two make a one. They're
Brunson's a
like
He
solid
said it.
playmaker.
What
I'm
he
not
said, that's what he
getting
was saying.
I
crazy.
He
don't
wasn't
ask
saying
for a
nothing crazy.
solid tween. I said who's gonna be the playmaker for them.
I'm frozen. Can y'all hear me still?
No,
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
not hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
We
You
hear
got
you,
two
Tween.
niggas like OG and Mikal on the wing. Who's a playmaker for them?
The lead
What you
guard.
mean?
Who
The
else?
guard? I'm about to
Can
say
y'all hear me?
Jalen Brunson.
Like right? Like why are you doing that,
I
bro?
think that's why the point guard exists.
Okay. I mean, I'm asking. I mean, some point guards don't create, so it's not a. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the guy number 0 in Milwaukee.
Exactly. And Brunson's kind of more of that than a creator. So.
I give you that.
What? What you mean?
No, I think Brunson is far closer to a true point guard than Damian Lillard is.
What?
Cook.
I can even say anything nowadays. Bro.
Nah, I don't
Brunson
know.
got the
I
lob
actually
threat.
really
He
don't
got the
know.
lob
When he
pass.
runs the position, yeah, I do believe.
Also, Dame off the pick and roll. He's not doing the pocket pass or the lob. Brunson is.
He's never
That's the
had. He's
difference.
never had anybody to lob to outside of this year. Who did he
And
have?
that's also just not true either. He's made.
What do you
pocket
mean? It's not,
passes.
give me a
He
player
has
he's
lob
had.
threat.
No, I'm not talking to you, Fraud. I'm
My
talking
bad.
to Queen. Like
I know he says anything.
the notion that
Bro,
he
he gets blitzed
never
and he
make a
gives it
pocket pass.
to the guy to create.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
not.
agree with that, for the record. I just think that Brunson has a closer true point guard play than Dame does. Well, not Dame obviously runs the point very well.
All right. We are about 2 hours and 2.5 hours in. We spoke to Minnesota winning the Commissioner's Cup. Anybody that wanted to chime in on Mikal and the Knicks, I feel like they came off the mic and did that. Anybody that wanted to chime in on Houston situation or Phoenix situation or even the Kevin Durant thing, they did that. The next thing on the schedule is NBA Draft Day. Today, also in playback, it is the NBA Watch Party, NBA Draft Watch Party. So if you want to come in here,
could I ask another question real quick before you move on, bro? Simple question though, ain't really
good, Brody.
So with the Mikal shit, are they affected by anything with the aprons? I just need a yes or no.
No.
All right, cool.
They're still under. They're still under. I think they only have like $90 or $100 million.
Yeah, he was on a team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
It's more complicated than that. It's more complicated than that, Taz. But
yeah,
they have like
Dante's
50
on
million.
the league. They got Brunson.
Once they
He's on
pay
a
OG
solid
$40
deal.
million a year, they're gonna be under their second apron.
They really don't have a supermax player on the books.
Gonna be OG.
Wait, hold on. So you saying if they sign OG, it puts them in a worse situation if they don't win?
No, if they sign OG, they're gonna be in their second apron.
Yeah,
because they're gonna get $45 million a year.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how much fraud he's getting, but How much you think OG getting? You said
at least like
Probably
fucking
40.
180.
I think you said 40 something
A year
I don't
annually.
fucking know.
48.
Okay, well yeah, either way,
Yeah, 40 a year annually.
As far as much as 20 is 45, I think 35 was the low. So I think it settled at 40. If I'm a
Yeah,
team,
exactly. 40 a year. Come on, man. I think Brunson gets
too much,
Randall
but
gets
I think
Randall
that's
gets,
way too
Randall
much.
gets
But
Randall gets 30. Brunson gets 28. Mikal gets 22. Dante gets 11. I think.
I think the only way they bring
Hart gets 20
back is if they can move Randall though. I don't think
do it and still avoid the second apron with getting rid of Mitch, but one of them got to go for sure.
They're gonna let Hart go. Hartenstein.
Yo, they. If we being honest, they salary cap is very clean.
That's what I said. But once they sign OG,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Nah, they got money, bro. They not really like all their players are. They got a super team
All
full of
our
role
players are
players,
on our
bro.
team-friendly deals.
But it depends on who you're talking
OG
about.
would
Though.
be an overpay though. I'm not.
Imagine your best player, the most paid player in your team is OG Anunoby. Like that's kind of
It depends on who you're talking about them having though, because if they have, let's say they just have theoretically all these guys, right? Then yeah, obviously they're way over the second apron. So their books are good, but they still have to make choices and sacrifices to avoid the second apron or just like.
I'm saying, would you rather pay him 40 though, Jordan? Like, or would you pay somebody else 40?
Paying OG Anunoby $40 million.
Over
but I also wouldn't have traded if I knew I was going to try to get Mikal. I also wouldn't have traded for him and given up assets to then lose him. So at this point, you're kind of in a weird spot.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna lie though. I'm in too deep. I'm paying OG. I'm in too deep.
I
at this
was
point.
about to say that too. Like I would much rather, even though I don't believe in giving OG 40, I would much rather push my cards to the center of the table.
Exactly.
For OG and Mikal as my 3 and 4, and getting Randall the fuck up out of there, bro.
But why do y'all? Why do y'all keep saying get Randall? Like y'all. When y'all say get Randall out of there, do y'all say that like y'all just don't think that he fits with the team? Like I'm because why we can't just keep all the whole 5 and have I thought that's a great 5 right there. You go Brunson, Mikal, OG,
great 5.
Brunson, Mikal, OG, Randall, what a Mitch or whoever you going because you gotta get Hartenstein out of there. So whoever you gonna have at 5, whether you draft a 5, whether you go find a vet minimum 5, that 5 right there I feel like that's a good mob. With DVD, Hart, McBride coming off the bench, that's a hell of a squad. Like, why do y'all keep?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Randall off the squad.
I think that's a great idea, but they're saying either it's Randall or OG.
And at this
point, they can keep Randall and OG.
Both, but realistically, they can't get everybody back. At least what I'm thinking from what
they're gonna lose Hart.
I'm about to say they're losing Isaiah Hartenstein.
This is the thing. OG can get a bigger payday. That has nothing to do with the Randall. Randall's already on the Bucks. You're not trading Randall for parts, 2 quarters, 3 quarters. Like, you're not gonna break down his contract, especially when, like, that doesn't even make sense. Y'all think like that's not, bro. If anything is gonna happen, they lose OG.
You're not looking at it right. You could, because if that allows you to then retain, let's say from their perspective, it might not just be that though. That might allow you to, if you break down Randall for you send him out and get back way less salary than he makes, right? That allows.
What is Randall making? Can we start there?
29 million. 29
yeah.
Cheap as hell.
That could allow you to retain somebody like iHeart, is what I'm saying. Which is not just breaking down Randall for parts, because otherwise you're losing iHeart. So it's not just like, trade Randall and you get nothing back. That could allow you to retain somebody who you think might fit better.
So in y'all eyes, it's better to keep iHeart and lose Randall, because that's not true at all in my opinion. I'm being honest.
If it's me, bro, just me personally, yeah.
Yes, nigga, there's no way in hell I'm losing iHeart. I'm keeping iHeart and lose Julius Randle. You stupid.
I don't think you're looking at this from. I think it's too much of a who's just a better basketball player in terms of what. Like,
that's what I'm looking at.
25 and 10.
Yeah.
How effective is that 25 and 10, especially with this new Because if I can have iHeart who fits what we're going to do better, along with if I'm keeping OG, who I think makes more sense at the 4. Call me crazy. I think OG just makes more sense at the 4. And if you have OG and Mikal, now and have DiVincenzo as your 2, Mikal as your 3, OG as your 4, iHeart as your 5, and come on,
bro. But you can
that's a mob.
Taking iHeart away, right? Taking iHeart away. The shit you just said with DiVincenzo and all them lineup adjustments, you can still do that regardless. Like iHeart, yeah, I get what you're saying. You can go find somebody else for iHeart. You're not gonna go find
that 5 is that
you could find another 5, yeah.
Because who do you have off the bench with that 5? You have Josh Hart, you have McBride, and who else?
They still got Mitch.
I think he was.
But I'm not relying on Mitch because his health is
depending on how much you take back for Randall, you might have to make that happen. You might still have, if they're trying to avoid second. If they find being second neighbor, it might not matter. But if they're trying to avoid it, then they might have to also shed Mitch too. But they probably don't care at this point. So you at that point just keep Mitch. You have him, McBride, and fucking Josh Hart. That's a good 8. It's a damn good 8. Yeah, I would prioritize trying to keep OG and iHeart if that means I would even attach a pick with Randall to get off of him if that's what it would take. Because I think that 5 is just so strong.
Niggas attaching picks.
I think that 5 is just so strong.
I ain't go that far. Jordan,
but they still have hella picks. That's the thing.
Yeah, they do though.
Hold up.
Nah, I wouldn't attach a pick to him. I think he's.
I got a question.
I
real
think
quick,
he
Jordan.
has value. I'm not completely out on Randall as a player. I think they make more sense with fluidity and the ball popping a little more, and Brunson being the head of the snake, he gets off, he has the space, and I just think that makes more sense than Brunson and Randall, and then trying to fit other things into that. But Randall is the
only reason I said potentially
take away the 20. Like I'm not. Okay, go ahead.
No, the only reason I would potentially attach a pick, that's like a last resort type thing. Basically, what I'm saying is that 5 that
you're desperate to get off of Randall. Basically,
I'm desperate to make that 5 happen, bro. I think that 5 is like perfect fit, like one of the better fitting 5s in the NBA. Like I think that 5 just has like a lot of potential. So I'm trying to get to that starting 5, and then whatever I need to do to get there. I don't think you need to do super much to get there, but whatever I need to do to get there, I'm trying to get there.
No, I get what you're saying. For sure. I just disagree, man.
I'm not mad at the Randall thing.
I'm about to say y'all ain't wrong. Like y'all, either way, just it's gonna be a hell of a squad. I just don't see why we just so quick to try to ship off this player. Like I know y'all view like he's not a playoff player, but shit, with a whole new squad, you have a whole new role. You're not gonna have to jack up 22 shots a game or however many shots he was taking before. Like he can be like y'all. I guess y'all just view like y'all think y'all seen what he has to offer. Like he's not just gonna his efficiency can't improve or stuff like that. Like he's still. I'm not letting him walk, bro. I just can't do it. Not for no damn Isaiah Hartenstein.
It's not a guarantee, even if
I'm not letting him leave my building, bro. Not Isaiah Hartenstein.
That is an overreaction in the other direction. I'm not letting Randall go. I'm not letting him leave my building.
I'm talking about in order to keep Isaiah Hartenstein.
Isaiah Hartenstein has more value at this point in their career. Isaiah Hartenstein is the more valuable player. I hate to break it to you. He is. He can anchor defense. He's a more valuable player at this point.
Once you said anchor defense,
I think the argument for that would be because there could be stretches where you just don't have a 5 because Mitch goes out. Is that what you're saying, too, Wes? Is that one of the points?
I mean, that's not really a part of it. My biggest thing, although that's a good point, my biggest thing is I truly think Hartenstein has an argument to be more valuable than Randall. I don't care who in a vacuum is a better basketball player. I'm talking about value and to what they want to do on the Knicks. I think you can make a real case that Isaiah Hartenstein is more important to what they're going to do than Randall. And I think we've seen, again, OG got on that team I think they lost 2 total games with OG. I'm not even counting the final game he played because he wasn't healthy when he stepped on the court. Like you could tell he wasn't even running. I think they lost like 2 total or 3 total games with OG the entire time they had him. And Randall was gone for most of the time they had OG. I think my thing is Randall's
They
replaceable.
didn't play too many games together.
Like Randall's very replaceable, especially for the style of basketball they like to play. And if you could turn Randall into more depth, I think that's the motto. I think that's the way to move forward.
You don't think they
What do you even? I'm not gonna lie. What do you miss if you? That's my thing. Like if you do what Wes just said, what are you missing? Like are you missing him at all? Like are you missing Julius Randle? I don't think you're missing him at all.
Oh, I mean, realistically, bro, I think either whether you get rid of Randall, whether you get rid of Harden, I think both of them could be replaced. But I mean,
the rim like that besides Brunson.
You said what?
Who's getting to the rim like that besides Brunson if you remove Randall from the equation?
And that's one thing that's fair. That one thing.
Because nobody else is for real going to get to the basket unless Josh Hart, obviously, but he's more
That's funny.
transition
Hold
on a
on.
half court setting.
You niggas said that's fair, but when I say it,
Okay.
I wasn't here when you said it, bro.
You know, 11-10 got the calm, soothing voice, bro. They need to hear it from her sometimes.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
11-10. What if his response to that would be because they're not letting him walk, and then there's like a hole there.
I would love to hear
They're
what
saying-
the package is if
they're
you're gonna trade Randall. Like, what are you
Yeah.
looking for to get back realistically? Because I think he would be perfectly slotted. You know, if you keep
what I'm
G, but you have to move off of iHeart. Because I think there are some decent backup bigs on the market though that they could have a similar play style
Is
to.
your position
I think-
that Randall is still more valuable than iHeart?
I think for the Knicks team, yes.
I think the reason to Leviton, you asked a question about who's getting to the rim, or people keep asking about who are the second option, the third option coming from. What I watched them do in the playoffs with Hardenstein, he's like a hub. So what they do is more ball movement, is more cutting, is more catching the defense off guard, it's more side to side action to where that's the second option on the team. So if Dante come off those DHOs, he's coming off for the 3 ball. He's getting downhill for the floater. I think Mikal can do the same thing with that hub offense that they have with Hartenstein. That would be the option. And they're spacing on the court continuously without having to without having to stop the ball with Randall. I think that's how they would.
I feel like,
Worried about them
but
losing.
with the
If they
Knicks
lose,
though, I feel like this is credit to Randall, right? And his kind of growth from last season to this season, he stopped taking a lot of those really bad threes that he used to take, and he was very like focused on I'm gonna get to the rim, and that's when he got out of that slump to start the year, start this season, and he was going on the tear. It was like 25-10, whatever he was given out there, and it was very much kind of like in the flow of the offense. But if you don't have Randall there, like I get the hub aspect of Hartenstein, but we do have to realize, like, do we think Josh Hart gonna consistently be that amazing 3-point shooter he was, like throughout that playoffs to elevate that? Like, I don't know.
I don't
That's
think
something I bank on.
I don't think they rely on Hart as much. I think we saw Hart step up in a crazy responsible role because of the Randall being missing. I think OG, Mikal, Dante, the shooting on the court and the scoring that they could do with them 3, with how Hartenstein as a hub, you won't see a lot of crazy Josh Hart. I think you'll see Josh Hart 20 to 25.
You know what this team sounds like to me? No lie. Like, I feel like this is like the Pacers mode a little bit, because defensively, like, I don't know how good defensively this team, because they weren't that great on defense this playoffs.
Nah,
they weren't good.
They should be.
They had out of all 16, OG played for the majority of the playoffs though.
Nah, but
He missed like what, the last 2, right?
They should be a fairly good defense.
OG and who? Mikal?
And Mikal. Yeah, OG. Well,
How many
a wing tandem of OG and Mikal?
I'm not worried about the defense. We're worried about the offense.
What did they do? Who did they play in the
fine?
Who did they play in the
Yeah, offense to me, I think is nice in that scenario. Defensively though, like,
all right,
I don't know.
Especially if DiVincenzo is the starting 2.
How was their defense in Philly?
3 and
No, against
Philly. Hold on. It wasn't good in the Philly series too.
We
Okay.
moved DiVincenzo to the bench
But let
because
me
the
see.
lineup would be, if we retain OG, would be Brunson, Mikal, OG, Randall, then a 5. Then they probably get a 5.
It's escaping me right now. What's
Then
the
Dante be
term?
the 6th man.
What's the
Yeah,
term
Knicks had a
for?
defensive rating of.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold
It
up.
was a good one last year, right?
That's the
What's
wrong
the
one. Hold up.
It was a very
what's the
good
term?
one.
Why are you doing that? What's the term for? It's escaping me, and I know it. It's just escaping me at the moment. For when like the person who sets your tempo and your pace, like as a team, like
116.9 in
What
the
was that
first
rank,
round
11?
against
What was
Philly.
that rank?
13th out of 16.
So we was damn near bottom of the barrel defensively.
not a table setter. It's just something. No, I can't remember what it is. But basically, whatever that term is, that's why I'm so hell bent on trying to keep Ihart, bro. Like he is kind of that a lot of times for them. For me, I'm worried about them losing that flow, that the passing and cutting, like their system essentially. Like I think that I like the way they function with him as the hub, and if you don't have that, it could be even better. They could be a better team. It's just I think it'll function differently, and I just don't know how that looks at. So I'll
Tim,
see
what
how
was
that
that
looks. I
defensive
would want
rating?
to prioritize that.
116.9.
That was for the playoffs, right?
No, that's just against Philly.
Oh, that was just against Philly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because overall, we was like top of Mavericks with like 6 for the regular season purposes in
Yeah.
defensive ratings. With 112, we had 112.4. So the Mavs beat us. Mavs had a better defensive rating by like 2 points. So I really think the defense won't be a problem. I want to see how the offense will look with Mikal in it. I don't know. Hopefully Tibbs stops going away from the high elevated screens. High elevated screens, a lot more ATLs type offense. And more go towards like more of like a how can I put this as more of like a pick. If we get a center, more of like have Brunson go more in pick and rolls. Have Mikal be like a good like spot up man if we need it, and OG in the corner because he's a great corner 3-point shooter. So
Ain't no muting
hopefully,
up.
hopefully I see a lot more implications of a 5-out offense next season.
Bro, they'll just simply run a motion offense, bro. And when the plays break down, the man they try to take the man, bro. That's all it'll be, bro. You ain't gotta think too.
Yeah.
It'll just be a motion offense. Everybody moving around, screening, come out pin downs, come out screens. If it break down,
What happened?
Brunson get it, work your man.
We're talking
What I
about the
missed?
offense I would like to see from my
I
Knicks for
agree.
real.
I mean, yeah, I said they would be more of a motion offense with Hartstein. Yeah, I thought 11-10 said something about that. What did 11-10 say? She said she was starting to remind you. What team you said? I missed out.
Huh?
What team you said is gonna remind you of? I missed
Pacers.
Pacers.
out. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I get the keep I Hartenstein point that
They gonna have better
y'all bring
defenders
up.
than the Pacers,
And
though.
then 11-10, you remember we had our little moment last year. We
Mm-hmm.
were talking about DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
He the goods, man. I'm not DiVincenzo at the
Oh,
two. Pray and pray.
I don't
I
know,
don't hate.
bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Respect
I
That
think
Rondo.
power friendship
Respect
must
the
be strong,
Rondo.
man. That power
I think
friendship is strong.
I think this team drastically changes if Dante not getting his shots up. I swear you're gonna see that. He got to get his shots up.
Hold on. What'd you say?
If he don't, I think he needs to be getting his shots up. I don't think he needs to regress back to like taking like a half of the shots he used to take. I don't think this offense is not gonna be the same without him.
Y'all have him starting or come off the bench, DiVincenzo?
If
You talking about
Randall's
when
still
you talking about
there,
when
I think
everybody
he
He's
you
gonna
comes off
if
the
with
bench.
talking
Mikal
about when
in,
everybody you talking
he's
about
gonna be
everybody on the
coming
Whoa,
bench
off
right
the
whoa,
bench
now.
as the 6 man.
Whoa, Jesus
whoa.
Christ!
Whoa.
I got
Everybody
him
on the
coming
bench
off
right
the
now.
Whoa.
bench, gang.
I'm
No,
like, goddamn.
Don't make it
11-10.
good.
Which team though?
But
Which
I got
players
him
on
on
the
some
bench?
six man shit though.
If Randall's there, I think he comes off the bench.
If he's
If
not,
Randall's gone, I think he starts. Yeah.
so
Wait, who come
who
off
would
the
you have
bench?
starting?
What you mean?
I
What's
think
your lineup, Wes?
With no Randall or with
No
Randall?
Randall.
No Randall, I would have Jalen, obviously, DiVincenzo at the 2, Mikal at the 3, OJ at the 4, and I'm assuming they keep iHeart.
Okay.
The
Yeah, that
nigga.
could work. But yeah, Debo,
Who
he's gonna have to play the same way. Yeah.
if you put that lineup, then who comes off the bench?
Deuce,
Josh
Hart.
Hart,
Josh Hart,
Deuce
I mean,
McBride,
Bride.
whatever you get
be
back.
more floated out. Drummond as they backup big.
But do they still have Precious?
We giving Bam a 3-year extension, 11-10.
You said what?
3-year
Bam
extension
got
for
3-year
Bam.
extension.
He
How
signed
much?
it?
He
Oh
tends to. He
shit!
tends to. How
He
much?
tends to
Wow,
sign.
bro. I'm actually surprised.
Let's
I thought he wasn't gonna
go.
take it
Why
Let's
wouldn't he take it?
go.
What
to try to get All
what
NBA next year.
what
Numbers
Bam
didn't drop.
get?
The
Oh,
numbers
then
didn't
go
drop.
for
The
the.
numbers didn't
Nah, I
drop. We
don't
can
think he
say
getting All NBA next year
he
though.
intends to sign a
Respectfully,
3-year extension with the Heat.
So he probably took a team friendly deal though, so that's good.
Who we signed with the
To
Heat?
make to leave
Bam,
space to
Bam,
sign
Bam.
who, Wes.
Oh, that's good.
you
you
said
have to do
what? It
that, bro.
leaves space to
Why did
sign
you?
who? You're a nasty person. Yeah.
166 million. Damn,
That's
Shout
my boy
out,
about
shout
to
out
be in
Idris,
my
bro.
boy about to be in the 50s. My boy about to be in the 50s. Get your bag, man.
Shout out
Get
to
your
Idris,
bag,
bro.
man.
Man,
I
he
just
robbed
posted
the
it.
Heat. That nigga don't
What's
deserve
that?
it.
What's
That's
that?
a
Give
53
great
him that
deal.
money
That's a
back.
great deal for
He just The
Miami.
year. you talking about he robbed the Heat. He deserving
That's
more than that.
55.
50.
Give
That's
him
55.
that
55,
money
Yeah.
back.
3-year,
55.
160
55
million.
for the boy. Look at him.
My boy in the 50s,
He
Top
didn't.
of the
man.
three.
Bam didn't even
Idris.
need to wear a shiesty. That nigga got. Or man, that's a bank
Tween,
robbery.
get this nigga Tween out of here, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear this right now, bro.
So he ain't even need to wear a shiesty. 11-10.
What?
You tweaking, nigga.
I'm happy for you, bro.
No,
Happy
I didn't
for
think
it.
he was gonna sign it. So
You
I'm
tweaking.
surprised though. So shout out to Bam though. 55 mil.
Yeah.
That's still
That's
pretty
hard.
nice.
My African brother making 55 mil a year, man.
That nigga don't claim African.
Yeah.
He do.
You
What
know
it
what's
matter
crazy
what
to me?
that
I was
person
literally gonna say,
claim?
now I'm only
He
here to play
do.
for now I'm only here to play for African when they matter. In my whole
I ain't
continent?
never seen him play for Team Nigeria.
Dude, I'm pretty sure never mind. Go ahead.
You gotta be saying, bro.
He don't claim He said African it. is wild.
Gabe played
He
for Team
don't claim
Nigeria though.
African.
You know. So you have
Stand up,
him.
You
stand up
said who
guy.
played for Team Lakers no more? I tell you
Gabe.
that. Gabe
Gabe
Vincent?
Vincent. Yeah,
He
his name is
Nigerian?
Namdi. Yeah. Yep.
Oh shit, okay.
Wes, can I
Shout
ask you
out
a
Gabe
question?
Vincent, man. He got some heart. He got some heart out here, man. Shout out Gabe Vincent, man.
Oh, Wes
If
not
only
here.
he'd have talked to his Miami Heat teammate, man. Oh, Gabe Vincent Ebo too? Okay, shout out to Gabe Vincent for real.
Miami Heat team mode.
It's a
Glad
real
you see
king
Miami
right
I'm
Heat
there,
team
man.
crying,
mode.
bro.
Real Ebo king, man.
11-10. That's for you. You think y'all pay Jimmy? You think he pay Jimmy? I'm not answering Richard Jimmy
Do we
questions.
pay him?
Well, you're
I
not
think
answering no
I think
Jimmy
we pay him.
questions.
I think
Why
we pay
not?
him.
I said Risha Jimmy questions again.
You're not answering Reese's
I
Jimmy
think I think
question.
we pay him.
Yeah.
How much you think you pay him though?
Yeah, that's what I
He
was gonna
getting
ask.
he
How
getting
much?
he getting the money he wants.
The money
Whatever
he
it is, they're
wants.
gonna give it to him.
Y'all gonna how old is Jimmy Butler? He like 34, 35?
30
So
something,
so
something
with
like
the
that.
extension is basically adding just one more year to what he already has. That's what the extension is.
How
So
old
then
is
why
Jimmy
they
Butler
talking
though?
Does
about
it
him
match
leaving
up
if he
with
don't get an extension?
Does it match up with Jimmy?
Oh, you talking about? I'm talking about Jimmy. Jimmy's extension will be
Oh.
one more year added to what he already has right now. That's what it is. It's not like you're adding 3 more years or whatever
The
from
current
like
deal?
the
Does he
end of
have like
his
an
deal.
option or something? Does he have an option or something?
He has an option. Well, he's a free agent next year,
So you
so
ripping
his
that up?
option.
Oh, so he got
Huh?
to get it in this year. So you ripping up
Hmm.
the current deal and just adding two. So he's essentially he's doing a 2-year deal, but the first year was already there, but it's a raise. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
it is essentially. So
Bam,
I
broke
think
ass
they pay
signed
it.
with the Heat, right?
Bam got 3 years. You said extension.
Wish I could get
Yeah,
55
3
minutes.
year,
I'm gonna
166. I
put
think
Reese
it
in the
is.
trash can for 82 days.
Yeah, the Heat really don't fuck with Woj, bro. They sent that shit to Shams. So now you know, bro. We only talk through Shams.
That pushes him to what? To 29?
166 over 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
extension is 55.
No, she's saying the year. Like,
Yeah, that pushes
Uh,
him to 29, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Got another.
And you said the Jimmy Butler extension would be what, 2 years?
2 years. Oh, she
How
said
much would
adds
be
on a
the
year.
Jimmy
I don't
Butler
know Jimmy. I
extension?
don't even know Jimmy.
It's just adding one more year to Ness. That's it. Just adding one more year.
Really? So when you do the extension, you basically like what, opt out of
Yeah. See.
your last year?
Yeah. They're gonna. Yeah.
Really? That's how it works.
That's
Okay.
how it would function. Yeah. It's like if PG opts out and then signs a however many year deal. He was gonna. It's almost the same as him opting in and signing for that many years minus one. So. Yeah.
11-10. Did you? Actually, I saw y'all y'all was in a space up Jordan in 11-10 while we was in here talking about.
Yeah.
What did y'all say? What did y'all
Bruh.
say about the? We finally moved, but what did y'all say about the? Or feel
Um,
about the trade for Saturday?
first things first, bro. I was like, these dudes was tampering. That was my first thing because
Nah, they've been talking
they
about
was
that for
on
years. They
that
definitely tampered.
podcast, bro. They had Mikal on that podcast, basically like telling her, "Hey, bro, it's so bad. You a Nick. Like, just be a Nick. Be a Nick." And Mikal was out there smiling in his face, their faces the entire time, like in that podcast. So it was
It's not
funny
even just
seeing.
in that podcast.
Hey,
11-10.
hey,
Yeah, like even
listen.
at
They
the
showed
games.
text
Hey,
messages.
Yeah,
They showed text
Josiah, bro,
We
let
messages
me
of them
talk,
wanting.
bro.
They
we do
showed
it
text
clean over
messages
here.
of them like
I don't know
teasing
what y'all
him about
talking about.
being
This
on
is
the
a
Nets
clean.
and shit.
Yep.
We want a clean
Y'all got
organization.
the nigga. Shut up. Y'all good. Don't.
And then Mikal tweeting,
Josiah, why you
Mikal
lying?
Mikal tweeting saying, "Oh, this is crazy." Like he didn't
And
go
he
to the front
reposted
office
it. What the
demand that
hell?
trade, which is
What the
funny. I'm like,
hell?
you knew this was coming.
Why
Like,
did he say that,
why you
bro?
doing that?
Oh, this
Like,
is
come on,
wild,
He said
bruh.
that
bro.
like
This
this
is
shit happened
wild,
randomly.
Like,
Like,
come
nobody
on.
requested this, bro. Let me
Which
break that down.
first of all, is very funny that you know Mikhail can choose his destination, but another guy couldn't do that. But
But
it's
bro.
whatever.
players can't tamper
It's
though.
whatever. Mm.
Niggas been tampering all their lives. That's only a team issue. When team
But
officials tamper,
to
players
the
can.
trade, itself, I think it's really great for Brooklyn, obviously, to get all those picks back that you lost. And then when I was reading, Woj break down the tweets with or not the tweets, the picks with the between the Rockets and Brooklyn. Ah man, that stuff confused me at first, but to see that they were able to get their own picks back, yeah, that's big time for Brooklyn. They can take a piece now. I'm curious to see where Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Claxton end up going. Now that the fallout of this, so I think it's good. The Nets can take in peace. Cam Thomas, can kind of do his own thing, and I think Jordy Fernandez too. He just got hired over there, so it's kind of like a clean slate in a sense over in Brooklyn. So good for them. And for the Knicks, I think they still have 5 firsts left. They gave
We
up
still have 5 firsts
4,
left.
right? Yeah, they still have 5 left. So they still have like trade assets to work with, and I know they got 2 picks in this draft this year. So we'll see if they package that up.
They need to
We
trade
won't.
Julius
We
Randle
most likely won't.
in the
I think we're
early.
gonna probably keep those picks since it's back to back since we got the 24th and 25th. So I think we're gonna lose those picks. Now we're gonna lose those picks to probably see if we can get a big man or like another guard or a wing.
Why would
So
you not just draft a
Player,
big
but
man?
essentially, yeah.
You're gonna get Ware home for cheap for 4 years at that spot. There's no point in trading him, especially if they don't
They
retire
said if they're
Harden.
gonna try to get one of them, they should trade up because they might not be there at that spot. One of them.
Yeah,
you might
I'm
never know.
guaranteeing.
God works in
I'm
mysterious ways,
guaranteeing
Jordan.
that 2 of 3 of Holmes, Ware, and Flip are going to be there, and I think that all three of those players would be a good option for one of those picks.
Gonna be there? You said?
Yeah, at least 2 of Ware, Holmes, or Flip will be there at
You said
24.
Flip. You said Flip was the
Bruh,
name you said?
is
Yeah,
it
Flip.
He said
me
flip. He
or
said
y'all
flip.
can't hear dude?
Swiper, you low though, but yeah, he said
Low.
flip or weird. I didn't hear his other name.
Flip is interesting, man. That's real interesting.
Hey, Ev,
Yo,
question, brother. How far with everything that just went on with him? How far do you think Terrence fall? You think he'll fall to 17?
He'll be he's in 13 to 20 for me. I think he can go 17. I think that's a steal. I think he can. I think you know how people view Cam Whitmore as a steal.
Yeah.
Granted, Shannon never had the hype to be a top 5 pick in the draft like Cam did. Obviously pre-injuries and shit like that.
Bro, before
Shannon might fall to the second, bro.
before they tried
To
that
second.
before they tried that bullshit on him though, he was top 7 though, top 7, 8.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, for me, he's in the 13 to 20 range. I don't know about second. So like we're saying second. I don't think.
It depends on how people are feeling about it.
Yeah, so you think like
Yeah.
okay, so now that it's over, do you think like with like the organizations and shit, like they put it past them, or or you think some people still may not?
Some people still gonna keep it in the back of their mind, and that'll make them a little skeptical. But like I said, not guilty behind them. I don't know the true detail or the full details of the situation. But I mean, hell of a player, skillful, can hoop.
What time is the draft?
I'm saying
Who y'all talking about?
I'm
8 o'clock.
saying right here thinking though, Ed, I asked you that because I'm sitting right here thinking like, I think that's my pick, bro. If I pick 17, I ain't gonna lie.
They said,
you pick Terrence Shannon from the Lakers?
Yeah. I like Terrence Shannon, bro. I think you get him. I think you get him right there because that's a steal. That's a steal at 17. I'm not getting a guard, so I'd rather go wing or big. I'm cool with a big, but for a nigga that was top 7, like Cam Whitmore, like a nigga who was top 7 before all the bullshit happened to them, and they fall that far. I'm the type of I take the risk, bro. I think I take him at 17, but I'm with you though. I hear you. I think some teams do. Some teams that's ahead of 17. Will put it past him, because he's a hell of a player, So I honestly I don't think he make it to I don't think he make it 17 because I don't.
I want to get like
You want him to bet in the draft?
What's your surefire bet? Do you have a sure bet you know who's going off top 12? That's teetering. Anybody?
No,
like Cody, for instance, you think Cody Williams is guaranteed going top 12?
I don't know, bro. Honestly, this draft is I don't know. I truly got to see.
The only thing about Cody is he's so underdeveloped, and I don't know if people are gonna. That would make sense at the top. I just don't know if people are gonna pull the trigger though. But
Yeah, bro. Do y'all think like it's good for the NBA to have drafts like this some years because of the like talent that the league has? Like sometimes like we got players come in and out and we kind of move.
What is Pat Bev talking about?
What you mean by that, Joe?
Like I feel like basically like I feel like there's a lot of talent. You feel me?
Talking about the 2-night draft type shit.
Yeah, you need like a balance sometimes, like a stinker draft, and like this one, any player chosen in the top 15 could be an all-star. Like, there's no all-star projected coming out of this draft, so therefore, like,
who told you that, nigga?
That's what a lot of people are
It's
saying.
good.
Bro.
It's I think it's good from the standpoint of like teams can get more value in this draft. I think teams are more open to like trading up or down in this draft. So if you think you have a good eye for talent and you think you have a beat on a specific guy you want, I think you have a much easier time either moving down because you think you can get that guy later, or moving up with having to give up less capital than you would have in the past. So in that respect, I think it could be easier if you got a good eye for talent to walk away with somebody really good.
Yeah, it's crazy to say. Like I could agree, no all NBAs, but like all stars, they're definitely gonna be one from this, maybe two.
Rob making an all-star team. No bullshit.
So there's an all-star in this draft for real?
No bullshit.
There could be a couple. It matters certain situations.
It might. It's probably going to be Klingon when he goes to the Rockets. They trade should
Klingon is not gonna be all star.
I ain't gonna lie, he
I
could go
don't
to the
know.
Rockets.
Klingon in the right
Klingon's nice though.
I ain't
situation,
saying nothing about
he
no
he
not.
definitely is
All right,
probably going to
Let
bloom.
me say it like this. He's not gonna be an all star within the first 5
2
years.
I was gonna say 2 to be nice, but yeah,
He
5.
definitely the most ready player right now in that top 7, 8.
I agree with that.
Wasn't finna say.
Shit, I could say the whole NBA draft. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all seeing this
Also,
USC
then
run?
we don't
This
decide
shit
that,
looking
nigga. God
deep.
decides that.
Wait, what we talking about? Are we seeing what?
The UNC run, niggas is having Chet, KD, James, got a couple other niggas. Yo, these Rico runs, bro. Niggas got a real live record them joints. I'm trying to see some runs.
Go who, nigga?
You want to watch
so
pickup?
you jump,
Who?
hold on, twing. So you jump in to say that, and then people, what can people, somebody say back to that? Oh yeah, for real, twing. Damn, that's all right, twing. What can somebody say back to that, twing?
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, for real.
Nigga,
I'm just curious. Twing, I'm not laughing. You see my face. I'm just curious. Like, what can somebody say
Twin,
back?
can you send the link in chat, bro, so we could all see?
So, yeah, that's one of them things you just link in the chat, Sween.
Yeah, like you just send it. You just send it. We can't say nothing to that. Like, oh yeah, for real, damn. That's
Also
all right.
to
That's
that one
good
day.
runs.
Wait,
Like,
but back to that one day. Like, only God decides like this type of shit. Like, niggas don't be like, oh shit, this draft gonna be weak. Like, it just matters when you're born, nigga.
It's not as ass as what a lot of people are saying,
Some
but it's
people be
definitely not good,
reclassing
bro.
and
It's
stuff
not.
like that.
But there's some guys you
Look,
get that you can build with.
All I know is if Cody falls, if Klingon falls, if any like who else is gonna do? There are a couple of
Cody is not that good, bro.
Swipey, you think Cody gonna be there 13?
That nigga not that good.
No, I mean that's the thing. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
bro.
It depends on what people. But you know who else was? If you know who else I thought was going to get drafted higher, that should have got drafted higher, was Sadiq Bey. But Sadiq fell to 14. He's projected top 7. I mean, there's just a couple players like that sometimes. People just don't think that they have the skill set at the top to do what they do. But
I mean, shit, I saw a mock yesterday. They got Collier at what, 25?
Tez, how you feel about Ware, bro?
Yeah, Collier might fall that way though.
You said what, bro?
How you feel about Ware?
From Khalil?
Yeah.
He cool, bro. I don't think he's alive, but he cool. I'll be cool with that pick.
Yeah, it's just
y'all don't need another wing though, bro.
I just think, bro. Sorry, but the type of
Well,
nigga I am, bro. Like
TFJ.
I with me, I understand. Like some niggas, like some people. This is just my mindset. Everybody else's mindsets be different. With the free agencies and shit like that, like I think about shit like that as a fit thing. With the draft, bro, if I can get a steal with the draft, I'm going BPA all day. That's just me. I don't think I mean, you can draft just for fit, but I'm going best. Who the best player on the board, bro? I take my chances with talent, bro. Not fit wise. I like talent. I don't know.
Justin,
That's me.
they talk me into it a little bit, Justin, with Carter. They talking, but
Carter going top 12, top 10.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a trade up. That's a
He
trade
ain't
up.
going top 10, but he's
you want Carter now, Jordan?
Hey, Utah might take him.
I'm cool with, but it's
I like
it's,
Utah
it's
taking him.
in very. It's got to
Are
be
you like
like
Utah taking him?
It depends on what you got to give up to go up there, because that could potentially impact the way our salaries are set up right now. Like, to be able to make deals and not get hard capped, we need like JH. Like, for example, if we want to go get DeJounte Murray, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a D-Lo deal, we kind of need as trash as he is, we need JHS's salary specific number to be able to do that, to make it easier to do that, because to not, get hard capped. So we have to give up JHS to go up and get Carter in like a deal to move up. Then it's like, I need to see how else you're addressing the point guard spot, flipping D-Lo. So it's just how.
So then, if you have Devin Carter on your team, you still have. Are you saying you still have Gabe as well?
No, I'm moving Gabe in another. I'll link you to.
Because you would have to. I think you would have to move Gabe if you take. Carter.
In my ideal, I'm moving Gabe too. I'm gonna link you the tweet that I put out earlier today about like what I would ideally want to do if it's possible.
And if and this is a trade up scenario, if you trade up in the draft.
Yeah, this is trade up. Yeah.
If Portland don't take him 14, what's your thoughts on Zach Edey, Jordan?
Hard pass. Hard pass.
Yeah, he probably going 14. I ain't gonna lie. I think Portland gonna
Jordan,
you like Devin for 17?
I do if the see. Look, I think you can get a back. I think you can get a backup big, not having to get it in the draft. I just don't know how they feel about that. So it depends on like how they feel about that. Like if they see the value of the backup bigs that are actually out there, because there's a couple out there that you can go get, then yeah, I'm fine with getting Carter. If you can still then flip your point guard spot. So if your guard rotation is Carter, Reeves, Christie as like the fourth or fifth guard, and then you got whoever you flip D'Lo for. If that's your guard rotation, that's good. That's a good four guard rotation at that point. But it just depends on like how moving up to get Carter would impact your ability to move D'Lo to get a new point guard. Because I'm assuming he's not going to be here.
Okay, so with that though, with getting Carter, I don't think he's necessarily a PG. I think he's a guard, so he can play on or off. But you have Reeves, Bron, AD, Stamp 3. Only 5 niggas can play. You know what I'm saying? Only 5 can play. You have a Stamp 3.
Yeah.
You're also talking about a center.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
So I said, I'm gonna just repeat. You have Reeves, Bron, AD as a Stamp 3 on the court. Only 5 niggas on the court, right?
Yeah.
You're also talking about you want a 5 because you want AD to be the hub. Or, you know what I mean? That's what you want to do. So if you talking getting a 5, that's 4 niggas on the court.
Well, I don't that 5. But when I'm saying that 5, I don't think they're gonna start with 2 bigs. I think AD's gonna start the 5 still.
Bro, you're tripping if you opt out from ED.
So you want 80 to start at the 5, or you don't?
I would probably prefer it like just in a vacuum without knowing who the 5 is, because I don't know who that 5 is and what their skill set is. I'm gonna say I'm gonna start AD at the 5, and then the big, whoever we get the big as the big, because even if they draft the big, I'm not assuming they're gonna start a rookie big from day one. Number one. And number 2, just skill set wise, I would probably rather bring the big off the bench. So.
See, that's what I'm saying. If my thing is, if you have no intentions, then why get them at 17? I'm not. These are first round picks, bro. I hope he plays.
Yeah.
Like that's my whole thing. Like these niggas, the niggas that they draft don't play. So
right.
It's like if you go Devin, I hope he plays. If you go a big, I hope he plays. Like
Devin would play.
That's my whole thing with it, bro. And I can't, with this team and how the fuck they be operating this shit, bro. I can't stamp that these niggas will play.
I think Devin would play. I think the big would play, but not as much as somebody like if you drafted like a upside guy.
So why waste 17?
That's why I'm moving up. I'm moving up to get Devin. I'm going up to get Devin, because I think he would play a fair amount. I think he would play if he, is what we think he is. I think he would play a fair amount. Not gonna lie. Obviously he's a rookie, so it's not gonna play as much early. But I think he would end up playing a fair amount, being like the top 9 in the rotation or some shit like that. Because the sketch out of the roster that I would ideally want, if it's possible, is there's a lot of versatility. There's everything that we really have everything covered, like versatility, shooting. You got the 3 ball handlers. You got the ability to play with the 2 bigs every now and then. The shooting is still there. With how they're talking about wanting to run JJ's offense, I think you have everything there. I'll link it in the chat, but I'm thinking two-way guys. That's why, like Edie, I also don't want guys who can ever get played off the court. Like I'm off the cool off of that.
That's my thing. It's like I think Devin is good, bro. He's good, but it's like in them lineups where when Bron has the ball and Reeves is off ball, are you putting him on the wing or like what is he doing? Like I I don't know, bro. I don't see. I don't.
They said, yeah, they say, yeah, I see what you mean.
He's a good player, but I don't see.
I think that.
I don't see the vision with the Lakers, bro. I don't. I just don't see it. And then they were talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Goods kind of said it. There would definitely be lineups, I think, where they would do some
Bro,
like
he's
some.
a nigga who can make shots, bro. He's not a shooter. He's a nigga.
Yeah, no, not the shooter thing, but just the thought process of him being on the wing. I think they would do some 3-guard stuff with him. I think they would have some moments where, again, we don't know how much he would play, how good he is, whatever. But if he's good, I think they would have some, depending on like matchups or whatever. I think they would have some times where they would have whatever point guard. If it's DeJounte, like DeJounte, Reeves, Carter, Brown, and AD. I think you would see that sometimes.
Oh, so you're okay. You're putting in perspective if they get DeJounte.
That's the perspective I'm coming from. Yeah.
I didn't know that's what you was doing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's now. Okay, now I take everything. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But getting him, trading up for him, and not getting a DeJounte like that. I don't see the vision with that, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, in my scenario, I'm getting DeJounte. He's almost like the back. Devin's like the backup point guard, but like you said, he's not really a point guard, but he can handle the ball, right? So you have DeJounte. Yeah, you have DeJounte, Bron, Reeves, and him as your ball handlers.
Okay. I didn't know that's what you was doing. Okay,
That's why I'm trying to save JHS from not having to use that to go up to get him, to go up to get Devin in the draft, so I can use his salary and the other 2 picks to go get DeJounte if Atlanta would want to take something like that. So we'll see.
Okay. You said take who?
I'm taking D'Lo. I'm giving y'all 2 picks essentially with DeJounte Murray.
Because they would want some first round. They want.
Yeah, you're getting D'Lo, but he's expiring, so that money would just be coming off your books.
And they already have issues with dead cap, so they have to figure this out.
Yeah, so that's what I would do, but I don't know if it's possible.
So Murray, your main focus for the Lakers?
Because I think that's the most feasible. I think that's the really only feasible guy. D'Lo got to opt in, of course, but even if he don't, probably still DeJounte, because I don't think D'Lo's going to be on the team. So I don't know what other point guard can we get unless Trey become available. Somebody mentioned in the another space last night too, Trey potentially to New Orleans, in their opinion.
Okay, anybody else? Who y'all want to see y'all team draft? Who's some prospects that you like in this draft? Who's somebody that you think can be underrated that can have an impact for a playoff team? If y'all got anybody.
Damn, Trader Nola? That's interesting.
Hey, man, watch out for Bud Carrington wherever he goes, man. That gives me a stud.
Thank you, Z-Form. I've been saying that.
That's my boy, Bud, man. St. Francis Academy, Baltimore, Maryland. Another DMV talent is coming to the league, ladies and gentlemen. Bud Carrington.
I've been on Bub. Ask Tez, man. Me and Tez
been on him before you, bro.
No, Cap.
I really
went to my alma mater. Shit.
He's trying to act like he was fucking with Bub before.
H2P.
Oh my God, I put you on,
bro. Y'all realize y'all fighting over another man right now?
H2P. Hail the pit type shit.
No, don't say it like that, Lo. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
It's crazy, bro.
Justin, you want to fight today, bro?
Is that not what you did over Kendrick?
You haven't said one nice word to me today, Justin. Come on, bro.
Nobody over Kendrick. What are you talking about?
I just cooked you, bro. You don't got shit to say.
Nigga, I just said something.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
I was talking about this nigga. Lo, he said, hey, "Look at y'all fighting over men, nigga." That's what you was doing over Kendrick.
That's not what I was doing. I never fought nobody over that, man. What are you talking about,
man?
Eb, I got a couple guys, bro, other than my guys.
I ain't gonna hold you though. You did get in your book bag for Kendrick though. It's respect though. It's all love.
But I don't even think you got room to talk to him. I ain't gonna hold it.
Hey, but look, it's always been clear. Like, I'm a Drake fan. You niggas be hiding it until it gotta, just be on full display for the world.
Z-Farm, did you say where Bub you think he gets drafted to?
I think anywhere between 15 and 19, I think is a solid spot for him. Starting from
Honestly,
Miami,
I think he goes
up to Toronto.
I think he goes 76ers.
I think
that's what 16.
Anywhere between 15 and 19.
I think he could go as high as 12 though. I think he could go to the Thunder.
Yeah.
Bro,
Thunder,
I
yeah.
pray we draft him, man. I love Buck.
Not over Demon Ron. You tripping?
St. Francis Academy, another DMV player. Bro, I'm telling you, man, his DMV player.
Ron should be there though. To be real, Ron should be there.
Z-Farm, shout
I don't know. Okay, so they're saying that the Nets are trying to trade up with the Grizzlies for 9 to draft Ron because apparently they're high on him. But the Grizzlies are trying to trade into the top 5. So I wonder how that's working.
Yeah, they want Clinton. So that means what's it, Richard, whatever his name is. He going 1. Yeah, Richard going 1.
Risa Share goes. So if Risa Share goes 1, well, let's assume Alex Sarr goes number 2. Then number 3 is Rudy.
Washington. Let's get it.
If Richard go 1, bro, the Hawks they got 2 years, bro. They should be fired if that shit does not work. I'm telling you, bro, that is a dumb pick. He is not. He's
so
not.
let me ask you then, who should they draft? Because I'm confused on the whole situation.
I'm gonna be honest. Klingon is a better fit for the Hawks right now than any of those guys. It should be Klingon, in my personal opinion. From what I've seen, what I can give you.
Are you saying that because you like how he fits with Trae Young?
I think he fits the team.
Because I don't think Trae Young's tenure in Atlanta not going to be too much more longer.
And especially Sarr openly coming out saying that he does not want to play there. I wouldn't draft.
You would care about that?
I mean, he didn't.
I would.
If you don't want to draft him,
that's not necessarily.
Why would you get mad they don't draft him?
Well, that's not necessarily because
why would you just not take Klingon?
Because what is he gonna do? What is Sarr gonna do? Not play there? Ask for a trade?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's done it before. You should look into his background, look into his history. He's done that multiple times before.
What do you mean he's done that multiple times?
He did it for Real Madrid, and I think 3 years ago when he was in the Real Madrid Academy, he refused to play for the team, came over to America. He wanted to play for the G League.
Refused to play for the team is different.
And went back to Australia. Well, that's what he did. He refused to play for the team.
I mean, you're saying he refused. He did not refuse. He bought out his contract and he went to OTE. That's not quote unquote refusing to play for the team, and that's not the same as getting drafted.
So he didn't want to take the high road.
Because he's getting played in both leagues. How is that taking the high road? He wanted to be in a situation that had better training. In a situation that had better training facilities.
He didn't want to take the hardest road. He wanted to take a little bit easier route.
How is that a harder road?
You talking about going to OTE?
He went from Real.
That's not
the and then went
road.
back to Australia to be a bench player.
That's literally the hardest road. Being
that's a hard road.
Being projected to be the 17th pick in the league and going to a situation where you know you're not going to start is a hard road. Testing yourself when your biggest weakness is strength against bigger, burlier bigs in a pro league against grown men isn't a hard road. What are you saying right now? You trying to make up character concerns. You literally want him.
Fair. That's fair.
It's not making a character. It's just the background history.
I don't care what he says.
And if he doesn't,
he denied now.
But if you don't,
he can want to not go to the Hawks. But what
say that
do you think Paulo wanted to go to Orlando?
Probably not. But would he have denied? No. To say that he won't deny is an interesting take because he definitely could.
Nobody has ever denied. He cannot deny.
What if he does?
He literally.
But what if he does though? There's a possibility. There is a very good possibility he might.
Okay,
Isn't
so
this
trade.
what's the name? Isn't this what Kobe did?
Something so trade down for 4 and 8.
So trade him. Exactly. Why would you take him just to trade him? Yeah. Trade him to what? San Antonio?
Because he might be a more valuable asset in comparison to certain teams.
If you're not gonna draft him though, you at least gotta trade. Like you gotta trade the pick or something.
I'm not drafting Clean and one. I don't mind.
I feel like if anything, if you draft,
I don't mind clinging for the Hawks, but why draft him at 1?
I was just about to say that.
I'm saying if you don't take him, you go down and put somebody.
And respect, like I fuck with. I'm higher on Reese Shea the most. I don't think his ceiling is role player. I think people are gassing that. That said, though, I'm not taking Reese Shea at 1 either, bro.
Hell no.
I'm not taking him at 1 either. So,
but that's the foreign kid we was watching film on the other day.
I'm trying to move the pick.
Yeah, Eli and Ted. Okay, yeah, he's ass. He's not
ass. Nah, he's not.
When I say he's ass,
He not
but
ass.
That film wasn't looking like nothing crazy, bro.
He not one.
Yeah, he not
one.
Well, you gotta be one tonight. Like I said, I'm telling you, man. He
gotta
get
the
first name
you know
called.
How bad I'm broke. I pray the Wizards take Sarr, bro. I pray the Wizards take Sarr. I really want y'all to take Sarr, bro. Like I want y'all to watch when I'm bored.
Oh,
and I
want something to watch?
Game.
So then, if
I ain't gonna hold you though.
Like, oh my bad, Wes. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going. If they do take Klingon, what's gonna happen is Sarr's gonna end up in Houston. Because I think if Reese Shea is available, I think Washington drafts Reese.
We are not taking Reese Shea. We know.
If
Hell
Sarr's on the
no.
floor on the board,
Hell
Wizards
no.
are gonna take Sarr.
Nah, I
There's
ain't,
no
I
way
ain't,
they're
I
gonna
ain't,
do
I ain't gonna lie. I think Zach dropped the 3. I think Sarr.
With how many
I think
forwards we have, no.
Cleveland. If Cleveland can
Is
go
this the most
1,
confusing the draft has been at the top?
We literally have a
by far,
modern
by
version
far.
of Richard. Like no.
Because like when the
We got a
cut,
nigga who really should be like no higher than like the 7th or 8th pick in talks at
Oh
one and
shit!
Clinton. And Clinton,
Yo,
I
Ed, do you mind
Sarr
putting up the
is
draft order
minus
up top?
-1,000
it's
to be
not what
second overall pick.
Yeah, he's going
so
number
what?
2.
Sarr is minus 1,000 betting odds, minus
Oh,
1,000
Thank
to
you.
go
Thank you.
second overall.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
okay.
like, why would they take? They already have Zachary on their team. They already have the version of Zachary. It's Denny Avdia. If you guys haven't paid attention, it's Denny Avdia.
Yeah,
They have that on their team
Denny's
already.
nice.
Why would they draft
Denny's not
him
a
number 2
shooter.
overall? Well, he can't create his own shot either. Both of them can.
But Reese
That's
Shea is
gas
a
for
great
Reese
shooter.
Shea, bro.
Okay, then he took the steps this year to be a good shooter. What are we
I
talking
didn't
about?
even know the Wizards had the
But
second
Reese
pick.
Shea is a good
Snowball.
shooter at 19.
What are we talking
I just
about?
think I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just think that framing was crazy. Like Denny and Zachary are not similar players.
Denny shot 38 from 3 last year. What, 40 something from free? The field goal percentage?
Oh,
40
really?
something.
But
Denny's
50.
a
He
good
shot
player.
50 last year. 50 and 38 from 3.
He's not the shooter that Reese Shea is. Like it's
Yeah,
no,
Reese Shea
they're
is a better
not.
shooter for sure.
No,
But I still like. I mean,
bro,
I
it's
still
gonna,
like
bro, it's gonna be crazy.
him and Denny's not really too big of a gap though. Like
It's not a major gap.
It's gonna be
so I don't know
crazy.
why, especially
I
because they
don't
already have
disagree.
When the Hawks
they
still
already
take
have Bilal.
Sarr.
There's no fit for him. They need a 4 or a
You
5.
think I'm not gonna lie, if the Hawks still take Sarr, how many people are losing out on crazy money?
Oh, a ridiculous amount.
Because when Apollo, you say what?
I just said a ridiculous amount. Because I do
Because
think that
because the biggest thing when the Apollo thing happened, there was an odd shift the night before. If you remember,
That's true. That's true.
Only way I see it happening is if there's a trade with one. I don't. Atlanta's.
they huddled up. They're like, "What's going on?" It went out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
There you go.
I do remember that though. It was an odd shift the night before for sure.
It's gonna shift closer to the draft.
The only way I see Sarr not going to is if San Antonio trades up and gets him 1. That's it. Hawks are taking one of those 2 guys. It's either Klingon or Zachary, bro.
No, I think Spurs take a guard.
Well, shit. I mean, yeah, I think they'd take Castle 4. I think Castle's a solid with the Matas kid from the G League. Solid kid, but.
I'm trying to figure out where Brandon Ingram. I think Brandon Ingram.
That's the nigga that I like outside the Kentucky guy, bro. I like Castle, bro. I want to see where he.
I thought
Did I hear Bingram? I said Bingram gets moved before the draft.
You said Brandon Ingram or somebody else?
I call him Bingram, but we're talking about Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, bro. If Cody they're at 13, bro.
What do you think he gets moved, Frauda?
I don't know. I feel like somehow Cleveland gonna get that nigga for some weird reason.
You think D-Mitch is pushing for? I can see it.
They're gonna let Jared Allen go probably. Some shit.
I can see it.
Where y'all think Dalton at in this? Top 10, right?
I think Dalton go to Utah.
He seemed like a Charlotte guy, low key.
Either Charlotte or Utah.
He seemed like a Charlotte guy.
If Charlotte drafts Dalton, bro, they need to be relocated. I'm sorry.
I seemed like a Charlotte pick, low key. I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one of them top 10 picks, though.
But Charlotte, I think Charlotte needs to bank on. Although, I might be wrong because the belief around the franchise is get LaMelo healthy, and they think they really got one in B Mill. It's like just keep LaMelo healthy, continue to develop B Mill, and we'll be fine. So who knows? Who knows what they'll do? Dalton might make more. He makes sense. I think they still need talent. I think they need the top end talent, and I don't think Dalton is like a crazy talent. It's like, okay, he does something really good, I guess, and he'll continue to do that in the league. But I think there's a real cap on who he can become as a player overall and what he is as a prospect.
Wait, Wes.
Talk to me.
Yeah. So if y'all do end up getting Harnstein, you think he's going to be coming off the bench or starting for y'all?
Okay, see, that's tough, man. I think Chet starts, but I wouldn't be surprised if they move him to the 4 and have Zay start at 5. I wouldn't be a fan of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I think more than anything, though, I think he closes games, which will be interesting to see how that works. If we get him, even if he doesn't start, I think he might end up closing a lot of games, and I think that would be interesting. But I think it all depends on Chet's development. If Chet develops even more offensively, I think it makes it easier for him to slide down to the 4. If he doesn't, man, I would keep him at the 5. Not that he's a bad offensive player, but it's just about being able to take advantage of those matchups.
Yeah, I feel you.
So Wes, let me ask you, the possibility that they don't take Sarr and it goes the other route, what should they do?
Man, the Hawks, if they don't take Sarr, I would just trade the pick. And I would really try to. But the issue is, though, you got to find that trade partner who believes in someone enough in this draft to want to get up to 1. So you're hoping you can find a team that really believes in Alex Sarr, wants to trade up for 1, and make a deal. But yeah, the Hawks, they just, man, imagine if this was next year's class. This would be perfect for the Hawks. Like
Way
all this
better.
talk about moving on, I wouldn't even entertain moving off a Trey if this was next year's draft. So that's tough. But yeah, I would just trade out of the pick. Like I think some other people said that earlier. So that's what I would do.
I
Yeah, I
know
said that.
Washington, if they really want Sarr that bad, and just give it to them. But then at 2, doesn't make sense to take
I'm
the
about to
other
say
guy.
DC
Washington
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
trade
trade
up.
up with them.
Nah,
Washington not gonna trade
DC
with
wouldn't
them.
trade up.
And why would they? Like
They have
I'm
no,
saying
they
that's
have
the
no
only
capital.
team that I would know that would want Sarr that bad. If they
DC
want
has
him
no
at
trade
1.
capital right now. That's only their picks, and what their only 2 guys are Tyus Jones and Kuzma that are players to move off of. So right now they got to stick and pick whoever that is. So if it's Sarr, Rashard, Shepard, shit, I'd look at Dillingham, maybe trade back, get another piece in the
You wouldn't
lottery.
want Dillingham? Oh, okay,
I'd trade back for
That makes
Dillingham.
sense.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'd trade back. I wouldn't take
Yeah.
him too, but I think they should pick 3 times tonight. I don't know how they can, but 2 somewhere between 11 and 18, and then 26. You can get a
Who
guy
got
like
the most
Collier.
picks in this draft right here? OKC?
I do not even know.
Knicks?
Isn't it Detroit or not Detroit? I'm sorry, Portland. They got 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Is anybody better than that?
The Spurs got 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2. I mean, 2 in the second, 2.
Oh shit, so yeah.
I know like 2 months ago they wanted to trade with the Spurs, but the Spurs not really crazy on nobody in this draft no more like that.
Yeah, but if Cody falls outside the top 10, I kind of want Cody Williams. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to just bring him in too. Bring Cody, give me Sarr, give me Collier. No, I'll be cool with it. Get a little too nerd, a little too egregious.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, you aiming for the stars for DC, man. But hey, I would love to see it. I would love to see a DC.
I just want young guys, man. Listen,
I would love to see Collier in a. I don't understand him falling so much. I think Collier is going to be a good player, man. I think teams are too low on him.
Come on, man. You know something, bro.
He's gonna fit in right into a perfect slot, man. If he come here, he got a perfect slot.
One of my guys,
he could compete for a starting job here in DC, low key. If Tyus gets the sign trade, he could be starting point guard day 1.
Where they got?
Like
Tez,
I don't understand it. Why niggas hating on Collier like this, Tez?
Niggas don't believe in the jumper.
He was a top 5, bro, and then he just
they shouldn't.
Top 5 for a minute, then he just had like a bad stretch of games that took him out.
Hey,
well, he got hurt, bro. He got hurt.
Okay,
he got hurt, missed like 2 weeks, and then by that they wasn't good, so they had.
Plus, their guard room was steep.
Yeah, they had no chance to make the tournament. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know how like your last game will be your last game. Season will be over. So I think he personally showed enough, but he didn't close the season the way that maybe scouts think he should have, coming off an injury. So, and then it's really the jump shot. Like, I think the size is there, the handle is there, the vision is there. I don't think they see the jumper. I think that's the main thing why he dropped.
He also had a little bit of turnover issues, but that's
What
not
was his
really too
percentage?
major.
What did he shoot?
Yeah, but the team was shitty, bro. Like,
Yeah,
And my
that's
dog
true.
Roddy dropping tonight. Tough.
You said what Collier shoot?
Yeah, what did he shoot? What was the percent? What was the splits looking like?
He shot 49 field goal and a 33 3-point with 3 attempts per game.
I can see
He's
that.
not
67
I
free
just don't
throws.
believe in the shot.
he's not a 3-point shooter though. Like, that's
He was a
Yeah,
16,
like
4, and 3
that's
guy.
not who he is. That's never who he been. He never been a 3-point shooter. Now, can he hit the shot? Yeah, but he's not a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a nigga go out there and shoot threes.
Yeah.
He's mainly pick and roll, get downhill, midi, floater, layup, or dump off. Ooh, no, he's one of them type of guys. He ain't the.
Yeah, nah, he fit DC perfectly then if he a pick and roll guy. Yeah. Fuck. Hope he falls.
Jeffrey, I appreciate that. I'm seeing this late. Jeffrey, appreciate that on YouTube. Sean, appreciate that as well. Woo.
And who your besides the Kentucky guys, of course. Who give me if you do, give me 5 guys who you like in this draft.
I like McDonovan. Surprisingly, I like Jacoby Walter. I like Castle, obviously. That's 3 off the top. You know, I think Flip will be better in the pros as a role player and a backup big man than what he was at Duke. I think it's a lot different things about his game that he can display. Obviously, he shot more from perimeter this year and year 2 at Duke. He's also tough. He's not weak. Yeah, I'm not saying he was bad at Duke, dude. I just think that he's going to be able to display more to his game in the pros. Right situation obviously matters. Flip, he'll be number 4 for me. I don't rock with him side, but he's a pro now, so he number 4. That's 4 off the top of my head.
So what team would you like him to go to though, or y'all?
Oh nah, Flip. I'll have to see. Honestly, I think I can't predict no spots for anybody right now. To be honest, Eli said Toronto, but where are they at?
19.
19. That's actually a good spot.
That's a good spot for him, though.
Yeah,
They got him going 21 to New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, so I mean, that's 4. I got 4 off the top of my head. They got him going 21 right now. Pels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go Castle for sure. Collier, but I like Dalton, bro. It's pros now.
Castle not as. Castle is not as.
I like Dalton and I like Terrence. Then it's my 5.
Yeah, Terrence stuff too.
What's y'all thoughts on Jared, man? I haven't heard much Jared.
Jared McCain, shooter. Shoot. I need a shooter. Can play.
What's your thoughts on Jared McCain, man?
You like him at 15 up?
No, I don't want him in Miami.
They was trying to link him to the Warriors. I'm like,
I'm only banking on one. I'm banking on a Rob drop, to be honest, for 15.
Stop it.
I did think he going first round though.
Jared is there. I can't say I'll be.
Jared gonna get drafted first round for sure.
No,
Jared probably gonna be a lottery pick, low key.
I wouldn't mind him, but I just don't think I don't think that he has true point guard upside. I think he's just going to be more so like a shooter, for the most part. I need a guy that can be like a general because I think we're lacking that in Miami. And I'm not even saying Robert going to be all the way that to a T either, but Terry.
You believe in him. You believe in him more than.
Yeah, I believe him. Yeah, for sure. But after Terry, we don't really have no point guard. It goes as far as creation, Jimmy, Hero, Terry. Hero, Jimmy, Terry. I would like another guy that can be like a general, like actually be a true point guard or point guard period out of Miami that has some athleticism that can shoot the ball, get guys involved. So that's what I'm looking for this draft. And if not, just get a center.
Ron Holland. I don't know where Ron Holland's going, but I think Ron Holland might go like top 7.
I don't think he's going top 7.
I like him in that Portland pick, low key. That 7 Portland pick. It's not bad.
Round 7. I think Castle, Reed, Donovan, Sar, Zach. That's 5. I think Mata's he's going to be around that 6-7 range.
Yeah, Mata's top 10.
Yeah, so he probably could be. He honestly probably could be. I'm excited. Either way, bro, it's a good time, bro. Don't forget, it's gonna be I'm not ending right now, but it's gonna be a watch party for the NBA draft. First 30 people that's in here, 20, 30 people that want to see a screen. Just make sure I'll be here on time, and I'll bless y'all with that opportunity. The ability to see the screen. What's the draft time? 8 p.m.
What time? Y'all just about to ask that. What time the draft?
Yeah, it's 8.
8.
Yeah. Not starting until 8:20.
5 o'clock every time.
Do you think the Suns trade down, or do you guys think they stay at 22 and pick Ryan Dunn or Khalil Word? If they trade down, to make sure you get multiple picks, just make sure you get multiple picks to be able to add to your big three, because they don't have much flexibility as far as free agency. I do think that the Suns, teams like the Suns or a couple other teams, the Pistons this morning renounced James Wiseman. He's going to be a spot for Batman's. I'm not saying he's going to be a player anywhere, but if you think of a body, I think they might entertain James. But either way, if you can trade that 22 pick and get multiple draft picks, whether that's later first or late second, you take advantage of that. I like Ryan Dunn. I like Khalil Word. I like both of those guys for Phoenix. So I saw Kolek, Tyler linked to Phoenix. I don't know if I like that for them. He's a point guard, though. Why you don't like that, Shane? You saying like his game, or what you like about it? Yeah, I pray for a nigga tonight.
Who are the teams in the market for a big?
Yeah, because I probably they do this pick wrong. I don't know.
Teams in the market for a big. If I had to look right here,
Atlanta sports always pick wrong.
Milwaukee, Grizzlies,
Golden State.
I don't think Wiseman done Byron. I think somebody gonna sign him to a vet man. Done as far as what? Being a good, like potentially being a good player or what? He ain't all that on defense either, just a good player.
Maybe even Denver need a big.
Yeah, fair chance.
Denver need a big?
I just don't know. The reason I asked is because I don't know how far KL's gonna fall. That's why I was asking. Like if Klingon get picked, then I think Memphis is still gonna draft a big, right? And I think that might be where, unless you think somebody else.
But do you think they reach and take him at 9?
You said what?
Do you think they'll take him at 9 though?
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, they might. They might, if they don't trade them, they might.
Because fit. I think fit.
Yeah, like at that point, it's like
You don't think if Memphis doesn't get Klingon that they go try to get Claxton?
Wait, y'all was talking about Khalil at 9?
Yeah, for Memphis, if Klingon's off the board.
They ain't gonna force that. That'll be up there.
But how much you got to pay Claxton?
I don't know.
But I don't know his number. I think
They could do a sign and trade, right? I think that's what's been floated around with Claxton in terms of sign and trade.
Oh, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't think it's.
But
I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather be young, cost control, big, bro.
The thing though, Jordan.
I mean, it depends, because if they do a sign and trade, my fault, Tez, like with Claxton, right? You can probably move off of Kennard, and maybe they try to get DFS or Cam Johnson off of them. That's what I.
Oh no! If you're doing something like that, then okay, now we talking. But if it's just me getting clacks, then I don't know about that. But if you're talking something like that, then yeah, you might be able to do something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of clacks, did he really get that tattoo?
That's where I go on mute.
Yes, he did, bro.
I don't care, but the fact that he said that, what is the tattoo though? Like,
Punk. He said it's punk on his bottom
he got
lip,
punk
inside of his
tattooed
lip.
on the inside of his lip, Ev.
He said, "Wow."
I said, wow.
That's crazy. Hey, look
What
though,
would you say,
Jordan.
Ted?
I think one thing,
Bro, I don't know
like
what
with
the hell.
Ware.
I don't know what possesses somebody to
Yeah,
do some
what
shit
about
like
Ware,
that. But
bro?
God bless, bro.
I was gonna say with Ware though, like he been in the draft, had a cool comeback, but his name kind of did buzz more leading up, like getting closer to the draft.
Yeah, I agree.
And somebody may reach. I think somebody will reach.
Yeah, I think with them, it's not as much of a reach as it is, like Ed said, a fit. I think because I think that just might be the best. Because once you get past Klingon, I think the obviously sorry, but once you get past them, like the bigs in the draft, I think it's gonna be a lot of subjectivity there. Like they had a dude from they had what's his name, Misi, linked to potentially us at 17. They got like three or four
You
names.
talking about Baylor?
I
Yeah,
seen Edie link with y'all too.
yeah.
No sir, no sir.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying though. It's like once you get past them, the two bigs in the draft,
They could draft Edie though.
It's
if Klingon's out of there, they might end up drafting Edie.
Edie
Memphis.
at 9. See that people would think that's a reach too. It's subjectivity.
Yeah,
at that
I
point.
think Memphis. I think at this point they're looking for a big body center. That's what it seems like they're looking for.
And what's Kale's build? I know he's slimmer, but how much you think he's gonna put on?
Who you asking? Me?
Like his
Or
frame.
Tez?
That was
It's not about his size and that. It's more about his physicality and if he can utilize it.
like his overall. That's what I mean. His overall strength and physicality. That's what I'm speaking to. Though, like muscle.
Derek, if y'all had Derek Lively, it'd be curtains for a lot of the Western Conference teams. He's not that big either. But Derek,
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I just always want my backup big to be
backup big. He'd be your
But
starting
Khalil, you talking about Khalil?
Yeah.
Khalil didn't play like Lively though. Like Lively, Khalil plays outside. Lively was kind of inside out. And,
That's what, yeah.
And it was just so happened that Lively went to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He linked up with a fucking Luka. So it's like his situation was just like perfect for him. With Ware, he's a more outside type of big. So that's I think Ware for the NBA for his play style, I think he's a 4. But if he, like you said, puts on weight and the physicality do kind of go up a little bit, he may be a 5. It'll be a stretch 5 though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was thinking about him when people linked him to us as a big. I'm thinking about that aspect that you just described, and I'm like, I'm not sure if that's the idea of getting a big next to AD. I don't know if he's the idea of that. I don't know if Ware described it. Somebody just blinked. How you feel about Kessler, Tez, or Swiper, or whoever? I'm talking about Utah.
Now, AD in a trade, you would like be the perfect big.
Yeah.
Who you giving up?
I think one thing that someone mentioned, and I think this is a thing you can do. You can remove protections off of picks, right? In making a deal with a team that you previously made a deal with. Can you do that?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Swiper, you know if you can do that?
Man, bro.
But reason I'm asking is because that could potentially make Utah a easier trade partner with us to either move up or to get somebody like Walker. If we say, hey, we'll less protect or remove the protections of the 27 pick that we gave them already.
I mean, you can, but it's about the money and still like
the money and all that. I'm factoring that in and working already. I'm just saying, like, as a making trade more advantageous to them.
I mean, technically you can. I just haven't seen that done though, personally.
Yeah, I think you can too. Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen it done either, but it's another little trade chip that you have with them specifically, as opposed to other teams.
Well, Walker could be a really good player for the Lakers. I just don't know if they would actually trade for him.
Yeah, he definitely would. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's a cool trade. Who you giving up?
You probably. How much does Walker make? Walker don't make no money, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know what they want for him because they sit there shopping him. I don't know like what they value in getting back for him.
I did see that.
Yeah, 4-year, 13 mil.
But if you want, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to take a big, and it takes you giving up that pick to get him, then I'm cool with that. If you
What would
or if
Walker
you're
Kessler do for the Lakers though?
what?
What do you mean? Rim protect?
What
You
you
mean?
mean? Everything like what?
Wait, so Jordan, you don't want Zach Edey?
No, I don't want Zach Edey.
Why not?
Do you?
I just seen what Luka Doncic did to motherfucking Rudy Gobert, bro. Come on, be for real.
Hold on. Brian, wait. Before Brian take the conversation somewhere it doesn't need
I
to.
would
But
rather.
you realize Zach Edey is better than Walker Kessler, like at this point, coming out of college.
As a two-way, maybe, yeah, but as a defensively, Kessler's clearly better.
Obviously, I'm talking about two sides of the basketball.
Yeah.
I can barely hear you. But
I'm sorry. Still give me Walker, though. I hear that, but still give me Walker.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was like, cool, give me Walker Kessler.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't care. Come out of college or whatever, he's better. But
Well, what's the basketball reason for Kessler over Edey though?
Yeah, I mean, I truly think that Kessler is better defensively overall than Edey.
Like,
you say Edey's
he
better?
can actually run. I don't know, bro. I feel like you kind of overvaluing. Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. You might be a BPM merchant in draft talks too, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Eli. I'm kind of over the little snarky remarks, dude. Just talk hoops, dude. For real.
He said just talk hoops.
how is that snarky, bro?
He said just talk.
That's mad annoying. You just eating for no reason, bro. Just talk.
That's why he didn't even sound comfortable saying that, bro. Be for real, bro. He didn't even sound comfortable saying it.
That's funny.
But where
Walker
I'm
only makes
confused
$2
on what
million.
you're saying. I'm asking what makes you like
$2 million.
high on Edey? You're like, I don't know. You don't have like no board. You talking more about the draft this year than you did last year. So I'm just asking you, is it just the production? What is it for you?
You don't think the offensive upside, like with showing rim protection in college, that doesn't. Again, it's not doesn't mean it has to equate to like elite level defender, but you don't think even his upside as a post scorer, like from that 6 foot range in, would give you more value than what Walker Kessler was able to do, like coming out of the draft that year when he was considered offensively limited.
Are you saying? Oh, so you're saying he's a better prospect than Walker Kessler?
That's exactly that's what I'm saying as of right now. Coming out today, if you ask,
But is he better at basketball than Kessler right now? Because they're like,
I mean, we don't know. We would have to see him in the league.
Better fit right now.
Well, that's pretty important because they're he's like they're the same age.
I think you know what
He's
you're
a
getting
better
with Kessler.
fit for
Like
us.
Kessler is more seasoned. He's been in the NBA. Like, there's not going to be a slow
The
ramp
thing
up.
too, like I'm that's my other thing too. Like whatever the even if there was a small difference between the two, I think functionally for us he's better, and then also just the fact that I know what I'm getting. If I'm giving up the 17th pick and I was already going to draft a big anyway, for him, I'm cool with doing that. Like he only makes $2.5 million. Making the actual deal work wouldn't be nothing. So, like, I would if they want to draft a big, I hope they do that. Try to at least look into that. I don't know if they actually have them on their radar,
would
but
be a great fit. I feel like it's going to be another one. I mean, it could end up being one of those Bando situations where y'all gave up 2 seconds. I think Kessler's worth more, but the issue is with Kessler is like if they're willing to let him go, like based on the trade market we've seen so far for these role players, like specialists. I mean, Kessler probably could be got for cheap. I just don't know if the Lakers actually pull that trigger.
that's what. No, that's where I'm at with it too. I don't know if he's even on their radar, but I think he might be just because they are really in the market for a big. So, I feel like they're kind of scouring all options. Because if they don't do it in the draft, they're going to address the position. Like they're not going to go into the season without another big. So
I'm with you though, bro. If like I said, I said Terrence, but if they plan is a center, I'd rather just get Walker.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
That's
question,
crazy.
Jordan, what's up with the D'Lo dilemma?
You said what?
The D'Lo dilemma, like about the opting in part.
I mean, his opt-in date is until this weekend, and the draft is tonight. And the dilemma is like, you might want to make a trade for a guard, but you would ideally want to use his salary because you have 2 or 3 positions on the roster that you're trying to upgrade. So you would want to
But
be able
Jordan,
to use.
you don't think D'Lo could get 19, 20 mil on the market like
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
Nah,
Isn't it smarter for D'Lo to opt out in reality?
nah. His market apparently isn't that. If his market is that, then yeah, it makes sense. But apparently his market isn't that. Like Orlando said, they were not even. There was a
How old
couple
is D'Lo?
reports. They weren't willing to take him
He's not
at
even
his
30. I don't
current.
think he's 30.
Nah, Orlando said he
He
wasn't
ain't
willing to take
30.
him at like
He's
even his current
28.
number. So he might make more money opting in and then getting traded and then signing a deal after this season. Because if he opts out, he might end up signing a deal that is less money starting in the first year.
And what does he get
Over,
next year? 18 mil?
I mean, he makes 19 next year if he opts in.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Versus what? Maybe he can take a 3-year, like 50 mil deal. I don't know.
Yeah, he can make a 3-year, 50 mil deal, but I think the
With
difference is
a
like,
player option in the last year, you know?
yeah, he could if he gets that, then cool. I just don't know if that's out there for him.
I don't know.
Right now, if he opts in, opts out. I thought he was for sure gonna opt out before, but his market isn't the same as what people thought it would.
Because
Be.
if he opts in, he gets traded to a team like Atlanta. They're not going to sign him next year. So
Yeah, he just get his
he's
money.
better off picking where he wants to go and like doing like a 3-year situation, like building his
Or
value back up.
yeah, or get his money and then hit the market again. It just depends on how he views
true.
it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's actually another alternative. Get 19 this year, and then fucking do the same situation next summer.
For the third summer in a row.
Damn, they have this fucking crazy, bro. There's a lot of fucking what's it called, bro?
Yeah,
like situations going on this summer. This summer is crazy.
It is. It is. You said who at 15 for the Heat?
You said me?
Yeah, who did you say at 15 for the Heat?
I ain't saying no exact name. I'm saying I think the most thing that I'm watching forward to is if Rob drops. That's been coming out for the last week or so. Obviously, due to I do think there's some things that he will have to adjust to majorly. But that's my main option. Obviously, if Carter is there, some even said Holland if he drops too. Don't know the likelihood of any of that. This whole Miami thing is tricky, bro.
Did we work out Rob? Do you know? Yeah.
I don't recall. I don't recall a workout or a scout. Honestly, I didn't see it or hear it. So.
Oh, you got your Miami hat back on?
So that's why I don't know. I'm just in the middle of things as far as what's going to happen with us. To be honest, this Heat thing is just like. Ugh.
Okay, if you do draft, let's say you for some reason not for some reason. Let's say you do draft him. How do you feel?
Draft Rob?
Yeah, you talking about drafting him or no?
Yeah. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. If he's there and you draft, you get him. Like, what's your guard situation there? You have him, Hero. Who else you got?
Terry, Rob, Hero. Is Josh is on another year, 11-10, I think.
If he opts in.
Okay, if he opts in.
But I think he's gonna opt in.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Duncan.
Josh who?
Duncan.
Richardson.
That'll be the guards right there.
I forgot his name.
You feel good with that, or you feel like you will move off of one of them?
They're not going to move Terry. They traded the first with Terry. Looks like all signs are pointing to Tyler Hero still being in Miami, and then Duncan will be here too. So that'll be
so that would just keep them all. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be the. I ain't gonna lie to you. That'll be the 5, bro. If you want me to be serious with you.
And then there's DeLon and freaking Patty Mills. Oh my god, that's a lot of little people. I wouldn't be opposed to keeping DeLon, but
is Patty Mills off the books?
I hope so. I hope they don't bring him back. Is what I'm saying. But we did buy him off of the buyout market.
You kind of need DeLon in that at that point, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now. You guys only have
and also Caleb technically is a guard, so
yeah.
Caleb.
You would need DeLon, and that you need him to be your 5th guard because the mother forward defensively.
Is this Duncan's
last? That's why for me personally, bro. No, I think Duncan has another. I think 2 years, counting this year.
Oh my god, that is so nasty. 20 mil. Oh my god.
I feel like Duncan been here forever, bro.
He's not even the worst one, bro. It's crazy. Anyway. Ev's favorite.
So if it's on that, why don't y'all try to trade him and get Carter at that point?
Trey who?
Yeah, why don't y'all try to trade up and get Carter at that point if you want to draft a guard?
Oh, he expires next season.
I mean, there were rumors of us trying to trade up, but I don't know how real those rumors are.
I think Carter
Oh, that
make
would be
more.
perfect.
I think Carter make more sense to the Heat than the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Just with all the moving pieces we got, like he would be if they want to
And
draft
his
a guard, that's
pops
perfect
and
for
his
them.
pops played for the Heat, so it's, you know.
Oh, he
Another
did?
team got Jacoby linked to us too, and another mock I meant got the Jacoby linked to us. I don't know how we
It's not a bad pick either.
I haven't seen that one. What site is that? Marking us in.
Jacoby
Hey,
is
do you guys
on.
believe the little
What
Stephen
site
A.
was
Smith
that?
thing today
Hold on.
about Kevin Durant?
What site was that?
Maybe.
Jordan, you believe that?
That was NBA. That was NBA draft room.
He's usually not.
NBA draft
He's
room.
usually not wrong about stuff like that. I just don't know. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm sure they're not happy with the
Bro,
whole.
Oklahoma City has like 13 picks, bro. Go do it, bro. It makes the most sense.
Or they got Jacoby linked to us too. Okay.
Imagine Durant with the fucking Thunder right now. Them niggas would run the West.
Gonna be interesting draft, man.
Some rival executives. Okay, they kill me with that. Some rival executives.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want Jacoby either though. Like I don't.
I'm cool off of that.
Like if Terrence drops, why not take him over Jacoby? Like I don't know. I'm not understanding this shit though. I mean, well, because Jacoby is more of a shooter, I guess.
Probably be it. Like that pick is probably like my
and like
fourth
Ev
option,
said,
third
and
or
like
fourth
Ev
option.
said earlier though, like maybe niggas not banking on Terrence dropping.
Byron said, "Y'all know why."
What?
Byron said, "Y'all know it because he got Kobe in his name."
Oh, yeah, but like I said, I think maybe because they don't think Terrence dropped that far. Maybe like I don't. I think Lakers got 17. One of those teams, and that's in before the Lakers pick, gonna put that shit behind him and draft him, bro. I think so.
I'm here, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He going in the 20s, bro.
In the 20s.
Yeah, he's going in the 20s.
If you think he going, if you think he going to the 20s, he better not go past 17.
No, he's going past 17 as well. I'm saying he's going to go in the
Swiper just won him in. Swiper just won him in.
I don't. He's not going.
I saw the tweet, bro. I saw the tweet.
What tweet? What tweet? What you talking about?
No,
that's
the thing, Jordan.
You had Terrence in the Nuggets uniform, bro.
For real?
I didn't, bro. It's on. He's 6 on my board or whatever, bro. Like ain't got nothing to do with that. Matter of fact, I'm only gonna talk Nuggets. You're right. I'm back.
Get the tweet, bro.
Who do you want? Who do you want anyway? Who do you want anyway?
Hold up. So Jordan, that's why he told me the Lakers.
That's what I'm thinking, bro. That's
why he told me the Lakers don't need no
dog. He said that's not why he did that, man.
I know that ain't why he did that.
Swiper, who you want anyway though for Denver?
I would do Cody Williamson.
No, I'm talking about the one where it was a scenario you would put out where he was where y'all end up getting him. What was that? What was that tweet? Yeah.
My best available, like who I want if I just made a board.
Yeah, no, I'll get it.
But referencing my tweet, this conversation's done. They ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm talking about
who you want though anyway, Swiper for Denver.
Yeah, who do you want?
I don't want them to take anybody at 28, but that's out of my control. I don't want nobody at 28. They have 5 players with rookie contracts on the roster. They're gonna have 7 at the end of this year. That's almost half their roster. It makes no sense to me. I'm completely against any of that. So if they're gonna do it, they're probably gonna. I think I listed it Holmes, Isaiah. I think Isaiah could end up falling a little bit, but again, this all depends. Because everybody has their own process, and every GM thinks they're the smartest GM in the world. So they're going to take whoever they think their guy is. So who knows? But I think Isaiah, I think Shannon, I think Holmes, and I think there's Ware. I mean, there's multiple players that I think that are going to fall, but I don't know. I don't know how it's actually going to end up rolling. Like Newton, like for instance, Tristan Newton should probably be higher. He should probably be higher on the board, but like he's just not going to be. Like Andre Jackson last year probably could have been higher, but he wasn't. Or 2 years ago, whenever that was. Like it's just like sometimes like players just fall, and it just if they don't have a jump shot, like the whole Isaiah Collier thing, I'm with 10. If you're telling me you can get a player that's like a 6'3" guard, has a lot of good intangibles, he obviously had the injury, but he's a good ball handler, He can create space. He can create for others. He can get to the rim. He just can't shoot yet. Well, then you put him through development. It's that simple. And then you can just kind of build on a player like that. But I don't know. Like, I don't want the Nuggets to take anybody at 28. But if they're going to do it, then they're probably going to aim for Holmes or one of those players. But I don't know if Holmes is going to be there at 28.
Another scenario where you might be able to get, just where I'm so intrigued by Utah, you could potentially get the 10th pick and Kessler, depending on what you're willing to give up. So it's just a lot there to be made with them.
Lastly, do anybody feel the type of way about Paul George and the Warriors? I think it's like, think that could be a real thing. Would y'all like that move, or y'all?
No,
I ain't gonna
You see
lie.
how
At this
yesterday
point,
I was.
I don't think nobody should be giving Paul George a max, bro.
You see how yesterday I was like, I think yeah, Curry. I think the organization Paul George, like obviously better and stuff, and like optimizing the window opportunity of whatever year Steph has. But let's be real, bro. Like you think PG at 34 years old is gonna be more consistent than them getting a BI at this point in their careers?
BI's ass. Let's be for real.
But I don't want BI either. What the hell?
Yo, you know what's gonna be funny though, LO? Golden State's one of the most toxic fan bases to play for.
Why are you laughing?
They gonna turn on him.
I'm just asking that question
that's me
based on the
laughing to this.
conversation I was having
You hear me,
yesterday.
LO?
Nah, hold on. What you say?
Evro,
I said
that's why.
Golden State's one of the most toxic fan bases, so they're gonna turn on PG when he shits the bed.
They are gonna turn on PG.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty.
For sure. Let PG put together a couple of them 5 for 15s and 4 for 17s.
No, but PG would be the best. That'd be the best player they've had on the team next to Steph since KD though. So I mean, I think he would.
Yeah, but I also don't know like what PG are we getting?
Probably 24, 5, and 6, something around there.
Like realistically, like okay, there's a version of PG I would love. He said 24, 5, and 6.
24, 5, and 6 on like
Better
maybe,
is better than Klay Thompson.
You'd be lucky to get 24, bro.
Out of PG.
What do you mean you'll be lucky to get 24? And like Heverson said, definitely way better player than Klay Thompson. Like that.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, what PG got? He's what, 35?
No, he just turned 34 this year. For
this year, I'll give you 24.
Paul
the next
George
year,
a
he might
4-year
give
max.
you 23.
Paying that man what 50 to 55 million up until he's 38 years old. Like that just don't sound. Like, that don't make sense to me.
You gotta do something. You gotta do something.
I don't think you guys have.
LO, you gotta understand the agenda here, bro. They're trying to kill Steph's latter years. You know what I mean?
It's already dead. I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's not. Calm down.
Well,
also,
it's not that, but putting it in the hands of Paul George, is scary.
Then it'll be
That's
dead.
very
Like,
scary.
But like,
we put this thing in Paul George's hands and be crazy.
Hey, I know. I agree that.
Yeah, they're not gonna do nothing else.
Yeah, I agree. They don't have any other options. They're in a fucked up position.
Besides
But
TJ,
I'm sure there's other guys out there, bro, that are unhappy with their current situation.
Nigga, who?
Siakam, bro. What y'all should have did, bro.
You said what?
Siakam when y'all had the chance.
You didn't want to go there.
I didn't. I mean, he didn't, but I didn't.
He
want
for
that
sure
nigga anyway.
they said he didn't want to go here.
Yeah, you didn't want to go in there.
Oh damn! Nobody want to play with Steph now.
Yeah, he rather go play with Halliburton.
My fault.
Remember, they're down so bad they were begging Bron to go. Remember?
Stop it.
What are you talking about?
They told me it was
I don't know
Halliburton.
who else the fucking Warriors can
What are you
get.
talking
bro.
about?
I'm lying, though. I want to know if I'm lying. Can somebody tell me if I'm lying?
Who are you talking about? I can tell you whether or not.
The Golden State Warriors were begging for Bron. Am I lying?
Can we stop?
Yes, you're lying. Now switch your wording so you could get it off properly.
I'm lying.
You talking about them crazy people or the actual organization?
The organization was begging.
The organization.
The owner called asking for this man. What
Twice.
Okay, that happened. The Golden State Warriors were not begging for LeBron.
I'm sorry. The front office was the Golden State Warriors. My bad.
We dubbed them.
He said
Golden State Warriors.
Oh damn.
We dubbed them and they called back again. Like.
Nah, spinning is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Spinning the block on it is wild. That's some wild shit.
I don't even know if that really happened. Did you make that up? I never saw that in no
They spun the
report.
block on it. They
It
spun the
No,
block
it
on
was
it.
just
But I think he
I
just
didn't
added
know,
that for
bro.
they
jazz.
asked once and they said no. Then they asked somebody else in the organization to get. They asked like 2 or 3 different times, like different people in the
Oh,
organization.
nah,
They
that's crazy.
did. That's in the
That's
report.
crazy. That's some nasty shit.
Let me get this report. Hold on. Let me pull
I'm
it
not
back
gonna
up.
lie, Elo. I'd rather get Laurie Marketing than PG from the Warriors.
Nigga, I would too, but
Swing, you
I
ready
don't
for the
think
night,
Laurie
son?
Marketing going nowhere,
Huh?
bro. At least
You ready for the night?
not
You
for
ignore
like.
my question,
I
lady.
am
You gotta have a
watching.
you gotta have a little ticket for Laurie Marketing. He not going nowhere for
What you
a
say?
low number.
I don't know if you know this,
Also, nigga, Paul George is better
but
than Larry Mark.
Would you have to lose Laurie Marketing for free, or would you have to lose Laurie Marketing for
I've
something
been
for Utah?
focusing on this. I'm trying to learn baseball, so I've been focusing on this.
Baseball.
I've been focusing on
Type
this
of
baseball
Why are you trying to
anime
learn
right here
baseball?
because
It
I've been.
is a good sport to learn. Don't get me wrong. I'm
There
trying to
you
learn
go.
it too. But why you trying to learn it?
Because I watched this baseball anime shit hitting for real, for real.
What you
So
hold on?
Bro,
Which
your
one you
whole
watching?
life revolve around
Ace of the
anime.
Diamond.
Ace of
Goodness
Diamonds.
Yeah.
gracious.
I seen that joint. That joint pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. That joint
They
Yeah.
got
pretty
anime
good.
Want me
for
to remind you?
everything.
Wait, hold on.
You want to remind you how this
Pepper
went to
you watching
next?
what?
Yeah, I know things about like knuckleballs and shit like that.
But the thing about sports animes though, they make everything so dramatic, bro. Like they like it be the most regular shit. Like they'll make a layup and they'll give it some type of fancy ass name and they'll slow it down and they just make the shit sound look so damn
And
dramatic, bro.
they give it like effects like they're getting a power up and shit.
Yeah, like
For the
they
guy.
got special effects.
They got aura around them like they're Goku like turning into Super Saiyan. I swear.
She be so excited.
Nah,
No.
She be
But
so
hold
I'm
on.
excited.
Oh, Ryan, what you know about Blue Lock? Blue
You
Lock
sound like a
legit
big ass kid.
incredible.
I will not be watching the draft because it is depressing.
Why is
Never.
depressing?
You know why it's depressing. I don't know why you asking me why.
They got some league.
You know
It
why
seems
it's
like
depressing.
they got some league ready kids in the draft, man. You tweaking.
This was a full court press. They had the owner call.
This is where we at now.
They had
This
our
is a
owner
full
call
court
their
press.
owner.
Still got
And they
two first rounders
had
you can trade.
Draymond.
This is where we at now. Fucking
All right,
sad.
man. All right, man. You like watermelon? I know that was crazy.
What kind of
I know it was a crazy pivot. My fault.
That sound that do
Nah,
sound
look.
crazy.
Hold on. Look, I'm only asking. You see that? See, you got a truck out there. The watermelon truck. Watermelon man.
Well, y'all have a watermelon truck?
Yeah, look.
Man, I see why. Man, come on,
Look.
dog.
Them hoes be swinging though.
You behind bars right now, bro?
With a
That fence look pretty
stereotype
high,
swing,
bro.
you ain't gotta do that, bro.
Yeah, what bars you
see the
behind,
ball,
Byron?
see the ball wide. You heard me?
It's barbed wire
locked up.
fence up there.
I'm locked up till 5:30.
They gotta keep the niggas away.
Oh, they said Reddick is looking at Dwayne Casey and Jock Vaughn.
Nah, I saw that. I quote tweeted that.
That's
That's solid. That's two defensive minds, and they brothers.
too many. Never mind.
All right, settle down, Tiger. Settle down, bro. Settle down, man.
I thought we went away from
From
those
them.
type of people.
Yeah,
Those type of people.
I don't know what we're doing.
Any comments on your boy, Jordan?
You said what?
Nah, I have never seen a watermelon truck in my life.
You talking about the little thing that came out
Nigga Ross
yesterday?
say nigga city, hey, bro. This nigga funny.
Just let me know. Well, two things. One,
Bro,
he denied it, and then two, if it happened, that just solidifies he's gonna be.
What if it come out? They got him on video. Bro.
Never seen a watermelon truck is depressing. Y'all, that's tough.
Then I'm gonna pull the he was 22 years old excuse, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm riding for JJ, bro. I'm with JJ on this one, bro.
Yo, how y'all feel about like an organization?
It's a little overrated, Eric. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little overrated.
You said
my mama
what,
loves
Joe?
I said how y'all feel about an organization like Detroit right now with no head coach making a top 5 pick. Also, side note, I don't know if y'all seen, but Flan Hayes got cut from his international French team, so that nigga's done for the NBA.
Well, I don't know nothing, bro. Just said talking about nothing. I hope somebody heard him though.
No, I heard him. Yeah, they suck, bro. They're in like a terrible position. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
tough. Shout out Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. My brother got to interview. My brother got to interview Bruce Ard the other day, bro. Saw a little interview. Chris Broussard on the about the Pistons, and he was talking about how the perception around the league is like that they just terrible. The organization's terrible. No future. All that.
Swiper, did you see this tweet below of the
But
JJ?
why
What he
that
said
tweet ain't popping
to
up
the
for me though?
Chinese people?
It ain't
I
popping
can't.
up for me either. No
I
tweet. I
can't
think
see
got to
nobody's
update.
tweets.
I
I just
think the app
realized that.
You see the
got to
tweet
update.
below? Look at that.
No,
What he said,
Nah,
bro.
I can't
That
see
nigga.
no tweets, twin.
you got to update your stuff, Lo.
I literally just did. Hold on, let me close my app. Reopen it.
Friday.
The
He's
fact that
a
Matt came
full.
out and tweeted that is comedy.
He's a full white boy.
What do you say?
Just talking about some gotta love draft night. KD loves Phoenix and we love Kevin Durant. He would not be traded or some shit. Whatever the fuck that shit said.
Wait, who said that?
Matt Sheever. Somebody put it in the chat. Look in the chat.
Bro, I can't see it. I gotta.
Why you say that? It's
Famous
Jay-Z
last
said
words,
that.
bro. Because he's gonna get traded tonight.
To the Wolves? You sick?
Oh my god, you don't want that. You don't want that, bro.
Who you talking about? Killing Hayes?
I think I'm not gonna lie.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
I think Anthony Edwards would be the best leader KD has ever had.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I wish I would let a young nigga
Bruh,
look up to
Jordan,
me.
where you get that picture from?
That's insane.
Which one?
That picture
I
of
wish I would
Swiper.
let a young nigga
From
that look up
today
to
when
me
he was
lead
on
me.
camera.
What type of crazy shit is that?
But he better leave
rapping.
for real though. So I don't know what this is.
Still would. That shit is insane.
Earlier today, I was trying to get him when he was in the middle of like whatever he was rolling his
Yo,
shoulders or
Swiper,
whatever.
what you was possibly doing that made you put a snapback to the back?
What I've had.
Nah, that picture is horrible.
What I've had to get with Willow and the last couple of years of development, everybody got my trophies from there. Everybody, bro. So it is what it is. Come to Paris, I'm not gonna
That hat so stiff.
Everybody,
Bruh, snap back to the back like he Ash Ketchum is crazy.
It's literally.
Snap back to the back with a bald head. That shit is terrorism.
That shit is
I'm not gonna lie.
work.
To have a hat busting at the seams is wild, bro.
Hold on, he got that whole busted. Hold on, wait.
I'm just joking.
Bro, nah, he's trolling, bro. But that's
I'm trolling.
Boy, I'm about to say, boy.
Bro, that was hilarious, bro.
Oh man.
Man, Swiper, listen, Swiper, you gotta go get you a fitted cap, man. You gotta leave the snapbacks alone.
I don't wear fitteds unless I don't wear fitteds.
You don't rock with the fitteds?
You talking about like the nah, bro.
Yeah, fitted cap, bro. With the joint you gotta have a size for, yeah, that joint. Them Jones cool, man. Jones, that's what the youngest is wearing these days. Swiper, get you one. I don't think people rocking the snapbacks like that no more.
On 30,
You think
over
Swiper
30 club
young
got
guys
with
wearing?
over 30 got it with a Tiller joint, bro. The string fitted, bro.
You said over
strap.
30, you got wear what?
The Tiller joints, the little strap fitted, whatever.
Oh, the straps.
Yeah.
Hold on. Doug
yeah,
said whatever Wham say goes.
The dad, yeah, that's what I said. The dad has.
The dad
Yeah.
hat, yeah.
I got one on right now. I'm not gonna lie. The dad hat
No,
on
it's
right
clutch.
now.
I don't care what a nigga say.
Yeah,
Damn, this all American that popular. I put
Solid
about
little
this